And ahoy, my friends! It is your friend, streamer, occasional lover, Sabaton Liam here, back again with another D&D Thursday. I hope you are all going well. We have possibly Mel in the chat. A big ahoy to you, and welcome. This should be a really good one. This is a massive dungeon crawler session, as Dale has. Lots of fighting. Okay, let's get into it, my friendos.
Is Dungeon.
I today was exhausted as fuck, but I was happy the whole day. And everyone's like, "Why are you so happy when you're so tired?" I'm just like, "You wouldn't understand."
I think I would.
Oh, you would.
Understand.
You would. Yes.
I would
Yeah,
understand.
They wouldn't understand. They don't know the joy we feel.
I'm like, it's
don't
Thursday. Nothing can
understand
get me
the
down on a
D&D.
Thursday.
They don't understand the D&D.
No, they do not.
Okay,
Hello.
welcome.
Hello, everybody.
So, welcome back. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't stream last week, but we are back.
Well, the
Last
important
week-
part.
Yes.
Yes.
Last week, our party travelled to the Ice Spire, which is where Iron Slag is. They scaled the mountain peak and conquered the Yak Folk village at the top.
Yeah, conquered
Where-
is a not
Genocide.
What comes to mind? I believe what transpired was an active attempted genocide.
What do you mean
Yes.
attempt?
We didn't know that there were some in other continents, but we still wiped them out anyway.
Yeah, there was a lot of hellfire and brimstone.
Oh yeah, how did that end up?
So
you
here's
killed a
Well,
half
the
of your
village
bastard.
Bartleby. Here's what happened, Bartleby. You nat one'd on one of your fire bolts, meaning it missed the house that you were aiming at, hit the one that they were inside, meaning that they all had to quickly scramble out or catch on fire. And then you fire bolted a couple of other houses, and one of them had a slave inside who burned to death.
I punched you in the arm.
Yeah. But it did prove to be a good diversionary tactic.
Yes.
But after dealing with the Yak folk, who were servants of the fire giants, the party has unlocked the way into Iron Slag, and currently on their cloud castle, preparing, getting their gear ready as the morning sun rises, preparing to descend down into the charred ruins of the Yak folk village so that they may begin the assault on Iron Slag.
We also made some new friends. That was a good time.
Yes. Recruited them to the fellowship. So, before we leave the Cloud Castle, is there any last minute preparations that anyone would like to do?
He needs to make some potions for it.
Yes. Would you like to send Ivana out to collect ingredients? Right. You stand on the top of the wall surrounding the courtyard, and you hold out your hand, and Ivana spreads her wings, and she says, "Right, I'm going to do a Macca's run, cunt." Takes off into the clouds.
Those are the great potions, Big Macs.
Yeah, well, please stop
Gonna
making
get
me
some-
laugh.
She returns an hour later.
God.
Scan.
She returns an hour later, carrying a pouch laden with ingredients. Would you like to apply your bonus to a potions check or a poisonous kit check? Just potions. Okay. So go ahead and make a herbalism kit check with advantage, please.
Hooray.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, I hope the second
Yes,
one's better
wow.
than that.
It's 11.
Hey, wants to
You got-
kiss somebody can.
A bard does.
Yep.
What the hell's bardic inspiration?
Saving it.
Yep. So Dan comes up behind you while you're mixing potions, and he just begins to strum his lute. And the music is, despite Dan's rough around the edges qualities, the music is quite pleasant to listen to, and you gain an extra 1d8 that you may add to your roll.
It's a funny sounding lightning bolt.
Woo! Got that.
And you have 19.
Yeah.
Perhaps M1 at some point. Okay, so let's see. With a roll of 19, you may make 3 potions. You may make 6 normal potions of healing, 3 potions of greater healing, or 1 potion of what's the third level one?
Superior?
Yeah, superior healing.
What do I have? Good question. 2 normal potions.
I have 2 graders.
I have 1 greater.
What up?
He's
What up?
What potions have you got?
What potions have I got? I don't think
Yeah,
I have
your healing
any.
potions. Oh, you don't have any.
he doesn't
Oh,
have
wait, I've got
any.
2
No,
potions.
he's got 2 potions of normal healing. Yes. Bartleby, do you need any potions?
No, I stocked up before we got here.
Very well.
We'll do the.
Currently, a potion of greater healing and 3 normal potions.
We'll
Oh,
do,
yeah, he is stocked up.
we'll do.
All right, so you add 3 potions of greater healing to your inventory, and with that, Nargle and Angus, you leave the ogres in charge, telling them to keep an eye on the kobolds, as when you woke up this morning, they didn't seem to have had any work done, and were too busy playing dice games and snorting dragon bone marrow.
Damn it.
So you,
Yeah, we really gotta get a union onto that shit.
so you sternly tell the ogres to try to get the kobolds to actually do some work.
Before I go,
And
before I go, I would like to send Glitterwind, since Glitterwind can phase in and out of things, a little expedition
to where?
around Iron Slag and find the drinking supply.
Okay. You probably won't be able to do it from here because she's only a little dragon.
Okay. When we get closer, then.
When you get closer, when you start descending down into Iron Slag, you could send her in for a scout around.
Alright, cool.
So you leave the ogres in charge, and then you climb aboard your Wyvern mounts and have them bring you down to the Yak Folk village. The Yak Folk village is... Okay, Dan Cooper, you have a potion of greater healing now. The Yak Folk village is quiet, and the air around the village still has a minor tinge of smoke. You notice that some of the huts are still smouldering. Even the next day, and you kind of see a glimmer in Bartleby's eyes, one simultaneously of excitement and of regret.
So you say, well, I did get punched into the side of a mountain for his troubles last time.
I have a question.
Yes.
Got the ice.
Resistance to fire.
Yeah. Does that mean I'm immune?
You're not immune, but it will make you immune to the heat. But the resistance does not stack. And you take a moment to sniff the what was yesterday clean mountain air and what today is smoked tinged smog. And then you cross through the ruined village, past the elevator that Bartleby disabled, and to the staircase leading down into the mines of iron slag. Who's going to head down first?
I mean, it's a mine. It's underground, so I'm happy to take the lead on this one.
I think I'll
Very
take
well.
that if you don't mind.
I mean, you can come. You can follow behind me.
Would you,
Yeah, we
Would
should
you
probably
like
set
to-
Reva up front because she's in full.
would you like to check the stairway for traps?
Of course.
All right, make an investigation check, please.
Okie dokie,
Of course,
artichoke.
you guys
Anyone else have investigation?
I have a very good investigation.
Oh, well, there you go.
While
Right.
Kitty's doing that, I send Bluebeard back to fetch Ramstein.
In fact, my passive investigation, which is just my general investigating without really looking for anything, is 23.
Oh,
Yes.
Aye.
Okay.
Well, there
case,
you go.
in that case, I will have Bartleby perform an investigation check with advantage. And as Bluebeard flaps his wings, he says, "Yar, I bring the cargo to port," and he takes off into the sky
Oh,
to catch.
I was going to say,
Fetch
best not call,
Ramstein.
best not
I
call
hope we haven't used in a
Ramstein.
while.
So I thought it may take
Radicus.
me a little bit longer than usual because I'm just
Radicus, Cujo,
Yep.
half the pets we technically have kind of been lost to the wayside. There's a reason why I left
that'll be
back in
Ooh.
27.
Yeah. he's got-
Yes. You examine the staircase before heading down, and it seems to be a relatively normal stone staircase at first. But then, Bartleby, you notice something strange about the architecture of the staircase, specifically about halfway down.
Alright,
One
Darren, can
of
you stop
these-
for a sec? Someone's keeps cutting in.
It's M2, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
Background.
Yeah, background noise.
Yeah, it's M2 because I just heard it and his thing. We'll just have to deal with it. It's not a usual thing. So the step that's a third of the way down is slightly raised above. It is slightly raised, as if it's not a step at all, and you quickly determine it to be a false stair that is actually a pressure plate.
Ah, wonderful. What we have here is a trap. Reba, my dear, do you mind?
Yeah,
Yeah. Something I can do.
Yes, you can. He's pointed it out for you, so you can attempt to disarm it with a thieves' tools check, please.
Vector.
Poor Vector. Hope he's doing okay.
Okay. You take your thieves' tools and you insert them on the side of the stair, and you determine that it is a pressure plate, and you jiggle them around, and then you hear a click, and the step begins to sink down, and then you hear a loud hissing as poison gas
Time for me.
begins to flow out of the step, filling the stairwell. I would
Wait.
like
Nuggets!
everyone to make
Well-
con saves, please.
Actually,
Do I have to?
cast a spell as a reaction.
Yes, you can.
Oh yeah, can't you cast like a bubble all around us or something?
No, I don't have that
Just
sort of
him.
magic.
Nah.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I'm immune to poison, so this doesn't affect me whatsoever.
Yes.
That's a nat 20.
At 20.
So I don't have to roll anything, do I?
That nat 20,
no,
can he
you-
pick me up and carry me away?
I would
Actually,
maybe have to
Constitution
make a
check
strength
already
check as
give me
well.
half
Oh.
a second getting access to my spell list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're
it's failed.
immune to poison, you automatically pass the roll, but being immune to poison doesn't mean you're immune to poison damage. It just means you're immune to getting poisoned.
Was this
Huh.
a Constitution check? Sorry, I missed it.
Yes, it was a constitution
I
save.
still
Although I,
roll a con save.
yeah,
Um,
although I
I
think
usually-
Bartleby's going to cast
can I
a spell
usually
on
cast-
himself.
As a reaction,
Slow
I
it
like.
down.
Oh,
Sorry, Reva. Bartleby, I think, wants to cast Gust.
Can I use Gust to propel it down?
Ah, yes, you can. Okay. Bartleby. Okay. You immediately begin to recite the Gust spell, and you notice Bartleby's beard and hair begin to flap in an invisible wind as a gust of air is expelled from his hands, and it begins with a whoosh to blow the poison gas down into the stairwell below. This means you all automatically pass your con saves.
Great. The one time I would have actually passed it.
Probably my only nat 20 I'll get all session.
Probably.
And you each take 6 points of poison damage from the little bit that you breathed in before he blew it away. While you wait for the poison to clear, you just climb back to the top of the stairwell and you just wait at the top, looking down and watching the green gas.
Well, we're
dissipate.
waiting. I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Ah, yes, go ahead.
Also,
Bring it
do
up.
I only take 3 because I have resistance against poison damage?
Because I rarely use my spells.
Yes, you only take 3.
Okay, cool.
Well, probably better to save it. You'll need the slots, trust me. As you're waiting for the poison to clear, you hear from behind you, something rustling in the ruins of one of the burnt-out Yak folk huts.
Okay, do we go and investigate what's making that
I
noise?
go over and investigate.
You turn around, and at first you see nothing but a pile of rubble. And then you see that the hut is still partially intact. A portion of the roof has not burnt away, and there is still a wall holding it up. You hear movement coming from inside the half-demolished shack, and you can just make out, in the dim light inside, a small humanoid silhouette, presumably of someone who sheltered here overnight.
Bartleby investigate.
Well,
I
ask for them to come out.
I walk a little bit closer and ask them if they're okay and if they could come out into the light, please.
You have weapons raised?
No.
No.
Would you like me to proceed invisibly?
Yes. Well, Milo steps forward while the rest of you just have your hands on your blades and your hammer, just in case. And Milo simply asks, "Are you okay?" At this, you hear a girlish giggle. And then... Yes, you can, M1. Would you like to do that?
What just happened? You broke up.
You completely broke out.
Oh,
think
yeah,
you
I was
call
saying
it
Milo
forward.
steps forward while the rest of you cautiously lay your hands on your blades and hammer. And Milo asks, "Are you okay?" And this is answered by a girlish giggle. Meanwhile, behind you, Dan Cooper snaps his fingers, and suddenly Milo appears to be double the size.
So he's the size of a normal human.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you say anything in answer to the girlish giggle, Milo?
Can I instead roll a religion check?
Yes, go ahead, please.
That was a 15.
Oh, wow, you finally passed the religion checks.
Yeah, but not on actually learning religion.
You understand that Yondala, the halfling goddess, is known to be playful.
As this knowledge passes my mind, I immediately drop to one knee and say, "My lady." Inbreeding.
The shadow the shadow emerges from inside the hut, revealing itself to be a vaguely plump, middle-aged halfling woman. She slowly looks at all of you, taking in the sight of your party, and then she sees Milo prostrate on his knees before her.
I was going
And
to say, if this is back Yondala, I'm going to be bowing as well, just out of common courtesy to a fellow god.
all right, well, she sees you and Milo prostrate before her, and she giggles, and she says, please, there's no need to prostrate before me. I am but a simple old lady.
If you say so, my lady.
What the hell is an old lady doing up here?
And I stand up, but still stay half bowed. Not
To
quite fully
Nagel's
standing erect.
inquiry, she smiles playfully. You see dimples appear on the sides of her wrinkled face, and she says, "Oh, I was enslaved here, like the others you saved. I was merely waiting for the right time to emerge. But this is strange, as for the life of you, nobody can remember seeing or even hearing of this woman when you were freeing the slaves yesterday." Before waiting for a response, she steps forward and she looks at Milo and she says, "Young man, you have the look of someone from the Shire. You have the look of someone who has suffered greatly at the hands of the air giants who reside within this mountain."
My life has not been easy the last year and a half. That is true, and I'm out here hoping for revenge today.
She smiles kindly and she says, yes, I can tell you have been on quite a journey. You have learned much about the world and yourself." Winks, and she says, "And so I believe here today you stand upon the precipice of finally achieving the vengeance that you put within your mind at long time ago." And then she reaches out as if to place a hand on her shoulder. Do you flinch away?
No, I stand still as a statue.
As she clasps her hand on your shoulder, you feel a strange feeling welling up inside you. Strange confidence, as if a great task is being bestowed upon you, a great privilege, even though you can't quite define it. And then she smiles once again, and she says, "Well, whatever actions you enact today, do it in my name."
Aye, my lady, everything I do today shall be honored to you.
And then she winks and she says, "I need not tell you my name. I feel you already know."
Aye, my
And
lady.
then turns away and, cackling, begins to wander towards the gates of the village, leaving you alone.
As she heads away, I sort of just call out, "Give my regards to Moradin while you're there."
You simply hear her cackle even louder as she disappears behind the stone walls that encircle the village. And then the party begins to descend down into the mines now that the poison gas has cleared. The mines form a multi-level labyrinth above Ironslag, but beneath the Yakfolk village. The labyrinth is made up of 20-foot diameter rough-hewn stone tunnels, just tall and wide enough for a fire giant to navigate, although they would be cramped. spiked to the tunnel floors are rail tracks built for iron carts. Mines crisscross and twist through each other, and if you did not, and for someone who has no familiarity of this place, it appears to be nothing but a maze, hard to navigate, and you could easily see yourself getting lost. I would like somebody to please attempt a survival check.
I will.
I was gonna say, who has survival?
I'm proficient in survival.
I have,
so-
Oh, yeah.
I believe, well,
Would I roll with advantage then, or?
Go ahead with Nargle assisting you.
yeah,
That is 21.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so with Milo assisting you, you manage to make your way through the top level of the mine. The upper level is abandoned. As you explore the area, you see naught but a few broken picks and shovels strewn upon the ground, plus the occasional empty minecart resting on the tracks. You soon find another staircase that leads further down into the bottom layer of the mine tunnels. And as you make your way down the staircase into the lower levels, you begin to hear the distant sounds of a mining operation, picks striking stone, and the sound of rocks being shoveled into metal carts. To you, Angus, it is almost comforting, the sounds of home.
Yeah, I was gonna
Except-
say, if it wasn't for the fact that we're about to get at least shit kicked out of us by Fire Jones, I'd say this would be reminding me of home.
Yes, as I said.
all I'm thinking of is
almost
underground mine. All I'm thinking
Yes.
of, the underground mine.
Okay.
Temple Dome.
All I'm
Yes.
thinking of is fucking.
You reach the lower level and you begin to make your way through the winding passages. Eventually, you come into an open shaft where you see a chain gang mining the stone.
Chain gang, you said.
10 prisoners all linked together via chain. 4 mountain dwarves,
Oh,
an elf, 4 mountain dwarves, an elf, a halfling, and 4 humans, each of them thin and emaciated from malnutrition, doing their best to hit away at the stone with pickaxes. They are so absorbed by their work that they do not even notice you entering the shaft.
Oh.
we must free them, then feed them.
I will. I'd like.
What are you going to feed them to?
No.
Reaver has
I don't believe that's what he asked. I believe he
You
said,
may
"What do you
free
guys
them.
feed
It would be
to?"
possible to free them. The question is, if you free them, where will they go?
Where do they go?
You'll either have to lead them or give them directions. Hope they find their way.
You could get them on the way out and just be like, use the stairs.
Want to
There is
talk
that.
It looks like they've been doing this for a while. It's not like an extra
You want me
few
to
hours.
bullshit?
It's not like an extra few hours or kill
Don't
them.
need to
What are you gonna? Who are you
What
gonna
are we
bullshit?
getting achieved?
Who are you gonna
You
bullshit?
don't need to bullshit them.
We're not trying to persuade them to do anything.
All right. Well,
Unless they have, like,
So,
proper
Reaver wants to talk to one of them.
All right, Reaver, you flicker and become visible, and then you step
Wasn't good.
forwards toward. Oh, you weren't.
Gonna freak
Why?
them out.
Just be
Oh,
disembodied
no.
voice.
Cool. So now they're gonna think they're going crazy.
All right.
Voice is talking to them.
Go ahead. You walk up to one of them while still invisible. What do you say? The halfling that you whisper to immediately jumps, and he first says, "Ghosts!
I say,
Bloody
friend.
Bayondella! First, the giants forced us to work here for weeks on end, and now there's ghosts!"
Hey, I'm here to.
He stops. swinging his pickaxe, and then he and his two neighbors turn around and they notice your party there. The dwarf to the left of him frowns and he says, either you're bloody stupid or you're bloody brave to think you're going to take on Iron Slag.
It's a combination of both,
I
yeah.
was going to say, just been going, though it's mostly just a bit of both.
Okay, so we're all talking.
Yes, you step
Yeah.
closer into the shaft.
No, I'm just going to stay in the shadows for now.
Slowly, the rest of them take a break from their work and they turn around until they're all facing you and they just stare silently at you. Not quite pleading, but
Angus, while I pick.
Okay, I mean, I can give them rations and stuff if you
I
want me to.
could.
That gonna.
it has a potential to hurt them.
Well, just on the chains, not on the actual.
Oh, not on the actual not on the actual shackles, right? Well, we could see if Reaver can pick the locks first. Reaver, I would like you to please make a thieves' tools check. Just a normal one.
I just got the image of just Nargle briefing one of their legs to my mouth and just licking the shackles.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
So while Angus reaches into his pack and begins to hand out rations to a couple of the prisoners, Reaver leans over and begins to unlock the shackles on a couple of them. And you've unlocked the shackles of 3 of them when you begin to hear voices coming from further down the mine shaft. Both Milo and Bartleby are able to hear what the voices are saying. They are speaking giant, and one of them simply says, prisoners have been slacking lately. We ought to administer more incentive, don't you think? The other voice responds, yes, yes. Look, there are some in this shaft just ahead. I've been waiting to try out this new whip. There is a strange lisp.
We're going to have a whip-off, are we?
There is a strange lisp to both of the voices, as if they were being spoken by some sort of reptilian creature.
Okay.
The halfling prisoner looks up at you, and he says, "The guards are coming! Quick, hide!"
Probably not in the
I
state
asked them
they're
that,
in
or
now.
any of
That's
They look
probably
at you
not
and
in
they
their
say,
state.
they look at you and they say, "Yes, we could fight, but we've been down here for weeks, and most of us are too exhausted to be of any help."
Yeah.
I was just gonna give one of them my dagger. So
Yeah, but we kind of want them to try and, like, run off, because if they try and fight in the condition they're
yeah,
in,
but
most
so they can defend themselves. Have to fight. I just.
While you do that, I'll chain so.
Okay, so you're gonna keep
Chains.
freeing them.
Not the
Okay,
shackles.
well, at least they get away with.
Yeah, you can unlock it. So yeah, on the other ones, Reaver couldn't rescue. I chains with the other one.
All right. In that case, I would like Reaver to make a thieves' tools check with advantage, as Nargle is helping to melt through the chains.
Come on, really?
Well, with advantage, so
That was
Hey.
with.
That
4 and
with
5.
advantage.
Okay. Nargle, I'd like you to make a dex check, please.
Oh, no.
DC 12.
While they're
Oh,
doing
good.
this,
Well, that's 13.
I've got
13? Yep.
While they're doing this,
Okay.
I've got out my necrotic whip and my poison whip, and I'm slowly edging towards the voices.
I was going to say, hammer
Yep.
is up ready.
Right. As Nargle melts the chains, Reaver leans over and quickly begins to unlock the rest of the manacles. And as soon as the last prisoner is unlocked, they all look at you, quickly nod in thanks, and then as one begin to run down the opposite end of the shaft up towards the upper level. Just as they have disappeared out of sight, the guards step into the mine shaft. 3 salamanders,
Oh.
their reptilian forms glistening with red scales.
Oh.
They look
Ooh,
at you.
harvesting.
One of them points in your direction and barks an order to attack. I'd like you all to roll for initiative, please. However, Angus and Remy, you get a +2 on your initiative.
Oh.
As a
I'm
reaction,
still only
Well,
got
technically
an
it's a +1 for me, so that's
Oh, that's
hold on.
17.
Bartleby got 3.
What were you saying, Kitty?
as a reaction, can I throw one of my lightning?
In your first round, you can, because you were just freeing the slaves. You don't have a chance to react. You've just got to roll for initiative.
And that's 22 initiative for me.
Yep.
And I got 17.
8 for Remy.
I like how I got a +2, but it's technically only a +1 because it's like, +2 -1. 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Ooh, 25 for Reaver.
Good lord.
At 20.
And how did
No.
Dan go?
He also got a nat 20 apparently.
Ooh, good. So he's at 24.
Those are burning through those nat 20s, man.
Alright.
How
Well, I
did,
got a nat 1 to balance out some of our luck karma.
There you
yes.
go.
How did Nargle go?
20, wait. What did I say? 23? Yeah, 23.
23. Oh, and then Nargle going right
Wow.
after that.
Amazing. I thought I was doing so well, and I'm still like, third last, like in the middle of the group.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get the map up.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Sure.
Here comes the map.
What?
People.
Stop it, Lucy.
Come on, ça va?
Here we go.
¿Qué pasa?
Lady.
Lávate las manos.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay, I will begin streaming the map.
Just
With me light.
question to clear things up. In our attack moves, can we move and attack, or are we just doing?
Yeah, you can move in and
Yeah,
then.
so you
Yeah.
get a move
I
action.
don't know why, but for some reason I've been thinking that we can only attack or only move, and I don't know why I
depends.
thought
Well,
that.
usually you do only get 1 action, but because you have a second attack, you can move and attack.
No. You do get to move and attack normally. So
Oh, okay.
in a round, you get a move action, a normal action, and a bonus action.
Oh.
So the move action, you can use your movement. Your action, you can use to dash if you like, and that lets you move double your movement. Or you could use your action to say attack.
No. In 5, that's in 3rd edition. In
No, that's in
5e, you
That's in
just
5.
get the 1
That's 5.
action plus a bonus action.
Yeah, and
Which
you get a
can
move
use
action.
to either
as well.
move or attack.
No, it's both. Trust me.
Yeah,
It's
that's why I
actually
asked, 'cause I was-
opposite. It's actually opposite in 3rd edition.
Oh, right.
You
Okay.
you still get an action, but you can't do a full attack while moving.
Oh, okay. So you can move and attack. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Reaver, you're up first.
Um,
Do my arrows in.
Very well. Which poison are you going to dip them in?
Oh, the strong.
Strong one. Very well. Alright, that's your turn. Okay. I would like for Dan to now take his turn.
Ooh,
Oh.
beautiful tree.
Definitely should've been a warforged.
Please just stop talking. It's not working.
Yeah, the internet's not being your friend.
You are like a robot.
Can you hear me?
Would you like to do, Dan?
Oh,
Oh
fuck's
god, no.
sake.
Just, okay, I think you're just gonna have to type.
Just type.
Arrows.
Please, just type. Just
Can't
type.
understand you.
Something about an arrow, I heard. Thunderbolt. Yeah, but you might want to move out of the way. You might want to move out in front of the party first so you don't hit them. Alright. You move out in front.
Thunder wave. I will definitely stop going against the salamanders if you thunder wave.
Thunder wave.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
Okay. Spell.
Issy, stop it.
Right, you're going to hit one of them. Okay. I will make their constitution save.
Is it thunder bolting or thunder wave?
Thunder waving.
Ah,
Right, it fails its constitution save. Roll 2d8 for your damage. He's being economic with his spell slots, which is a good choice.
outstanding.
9 points of damage. Good hit. Run forwards and duck behind a piece of mining equipment, and then you raise your hands, firing an arc of electricity at one of the salamanders, hitting it. It shudders with electricity and then opens its mouth, hissing at you. Okay, Nargle, your turn.
First off, H.
Arrgh.
Gee whiz, so many options available.
What to do? Rage. I want to go attack the one Dan Cooper did, but first off, I want to use my acid breath on it.
Yep. Okay, so you move out here. Okay, we'll make the acid breath attack. Alright, here comes its con save. It failed its con save. Roll your damage.
Give them all.
Or 4d6. What the shell? Good.
Got punched in the face by a dog. Ow.
Yay!
Giants aren't going to be my biggest problem today.
Yay!
9 damage.
9 damage. Good hit.
And
And it has acid dripping, glistening off its body. Now, you have an attack action, but you've used your move action, so if you're going to attack, you'll have to either produce flame or throw a javelin.
well, I assume produce flame would do nothing. But I also
Yeah,
have
no,
poison.
well,
Poison.
Do you have
spray as
poison
well.
spray? Would you like to cast poison spray?
No, I'm gonna hurl a
A
javelin
javelin?
at it.
Right, go ahead, roll to attack.
$18.
18. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Yeah. Oof. 2. 10.
10. Good hit. You hurl a javelin, striking the creature in the arm. It hisses at you as the javelin drops onto the ground. Okay, it's the enemy's turn. First salamander stomps, squeezes into the mine shaft, and rushes towards you. It raises its club in 2 hands and swings at you. And easily deflect with your great sword. It hisses and then lashes its tail in your direction. See how it goes.
I thought he would have gone
And
with the giant slayer
it's-
act this one.
And you jump up in the air as its tail sweeps through the air underneath you.
Wasn't in melee range. Thank you.
Ah,
The second salamander begins to run over the bridge towards
now you're in range.
Dan and Nargle, raises its club in both hands and makes a swing at Nargle.
oh, is it not popular today?
Yep.
And it hits.
Whoops.
Ooh,
Okay, let's see.
that's scary.
I was gonna say it's bludgeoning damage though, so you wouldn't take
Yeah,
any
that's
much from
half.
that.
Actually, it's piercing damage.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, bludgeoning damage, yeah.
That's
So
such a good
2d6 plus 4. Okay, so first... 4. So first, you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage with your resistance, and then take 5 points of fire damage. So 11
Oh.
points altogether. And with its second action, it lashes its tail at the direction of both you and Dan Cooper. That was 11 damage for Nargle, Dan. And it nat 20s, hitting both Nargle
Oh,
and Dan
that's fine.
Cooper.
That's fine. Nat 20s don't apply to me.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but
It's
it
only gonna
still
smack
hits you.
Yeah, it still hits me, but I'm glad I done the armor improvements.
Yeah, you got lucky on that one.
Okay, so that's
And not so much.
2d6 plus 4. Okay, so Nargle, you take 14 points of damage.
Whoa.
Dan Cooper, you take 28. Then, Nargle, you take 11 points of fire damage. Dan Cooper, you take 22.
Well then.
I would now like each of you. I would now like both of you to make strength saves.
Oh no!
Don't get
As
no.
Devil's
No,
advocate.
Uh,
Dan's a tiefling. Doesn't he have resistance to?
Yes. So Dan, you get to. So you're on 7 HP, not 2, because the fire. You have fire resistance.
and that's 22.
Wow.
Wait. Actually, no, he's not on 7. That's 22. He's not on 7. Let me work it out. So it's 22 halved. Okay, so you only took 11 from that. So actually, you are on
13.
22. 22. Take. So I'm just working out Dan's resistance.
That's fine.
22 plus 11. So he took 33 altogether. So you're on 25, actually, Dan. You're fine at the moment. You're on 25, not 2. I forgot to... Yeah, 22. I forgot to factor in your resistances. Okay, and... Oh, yeah, that's right. You took 5 earlier. Yep. And what about your strength save? Did you pass on that, Dan Cooper?
Whoa.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, wait, that's a D100. I'll roll a D20 for you.
Yeah.
And you fail and fall prone. Knocked prone by the tail of the salamander. The third salamander charges across a bridge, and it stands at the edge of one of the shafts and spits a globule of fire at Milo.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And it hits. Milo, you take 15 points of fire damage.
Yeesh. These guys aren't messing around.
38.
Okay, Angus, it's your turn.
Alright, how big are these things exactly?
Salamanders are large creatures.
Ah, not quite giant. Oh, that's fine. It's still. Alright, grab my hammer in both hands and lob it at the. We'll go the one that's directly in front of me. So I don't
Alright.
move.
Right, go ahead,
that's a-
roll to hit.
That's a 20, not nat.
That's the hit, roll for damage.
Alright, damage is. That's 3d8. 12. It's 22 points of damage.
Jeez.
22 points of damage. Good hit.
And
Fling
I'm gonna
your-
I said I'll throw a Shield of Faith on Nargle since he's stranded at the moment.
Oh, thank you.
Very well. You
Well,
raise your hammer in both hands and you hurl it down the shaft at the lizard. It hits it right in the chest and bounces off. The lizard rattles at you in rage. Okay, it is Milo's turn.
Okay. Well then, I use my bonus action to call and mount Bluebeard.
Yep, you are now mounted. You call Bluebeard. There's a rumble that echoes throughout the shaft as Bluebeard breaks through the rock ceiling, landing before you, flapping his wings. He says, "Yar, climb aboard!" You climb onto his back, and you are now mounted.
I use my movement action to fly to the square south of Dan. Would that put
Yep.
me in range of the rightmost salamander?
Yes, it would.
Okay. Oh, I just clicked something. And then I would like to use my 2 attack actions to attack that salamander with both my whips.
Yep, go ahead. Roll for hit.
Okay, so I got over 20 both times for my first attack.
That's a hit. Roll for damage for both.
And I'm using my necrotic and my poison. So
Yep.
that is both D8. D8 and a D8. And then 2 more D8 because that's the poison and the necrotic. So I just gotta work it all out because I'm still new to using all of these whips.
Yes, all your whips.
Okay.
Whip,
2,
it
that's 8. That is 13. 14. That is 14 damage on my first attack with both my whips.
Yeah, nice.
And now I'll roll again for my second attack.
Yep.
Good lord.
And one is over 20, and the other one is unfortunately a 12.
Okay, only one hit. Go ahead, roll for damage.
Okay, that is only 2d8s this time. That is... Oh, I didn't add my dex to the last attack. That's another 8 to my first attack, sorry. Because of my dexterity mod. And then my second attack is 17.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
No, that was the damage.
Oh, okay,
Just
17.
one,
Yep, good. The lizards hiss back at you. Okay, Bartleby's turn.
All right, I pull out the special beam cannon.
Yep.
I'm sorry, the one now?
Wand of
I don't know what he's talking about, but it's going to be awesome.
You explain now.
Well, I should say the wand of magic missiles.
Yes.
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm going to use it at 6th level.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus.
Something's getting messed up.
Yeah,
Are all targeting? So actually, how healthy are they all looking?
They're all a little bit hurt. The one on the right in front of the bridge is the one that's most hurt.
All right, I'll target it. I'll see how it likes this. So that's 29 points of damage on it.
Ooh.
Damn.
Pew, pew, pew! You fire missiles from your pew-pew stick into the lizard. It
My cock
crumples
looks
to the
up. My
floor,
cock
and then it
looks
looks
up.
up at you and hisses, somehow still alive, but just barely. Okay, it is Reva's turn.
your turn.
I'm
Oh,
a
she
common-
was just getting a drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
So that one that's isolated.
Would you like to sneak up on him?
I want to throw a bomb at him.
All right. Peek out into the chasm, and you hurl a bomb of lightning. Go ahead, make a ranged attack. So roll the d20, add your proficiency bonus and your dex mod. That's a hit. Okay. 3d6 electric damage, please.
Oh, fun.
M1, I believe. I don't think any of you has the enlarge, but I don't think anyone has enlarge as a spell.
I have the enlarged reduce spell.
Oh yes, well Bartleby has it.
I believe
Yeah.
I
I
still
only
haven't...
did it.
You only did 8. That's okay.
And I want to hide straight.
Now, do a stealth check to head back into stealth.
I still have an enlarged person poke.
I was gonna
Yeah, but
say,
M1 was thinking cast enlarge on a water skin pouch to make a big water bomb and throw it at one of them.
So I want to.
Water ribbon. Oh, sorry.
I actually have a weakness to water.
Hold on.
With my hiding, I want to change that.
All right, you want to move in the tunnel?
Yeah, not the one that's close. No, not that one.
No. Oh, this one.
Yeah.
All right.
I've been making judicious use of reduced person to crumple a tower, take out a window pane.
Yes, that is correct.
You'll remember how that tower went.
Yep. Well, M1 has the idea of enlarging a water skin and throwing it at one of them as a water bomb. Okay, that's your turn done, Reaver. You've remained in stealth. It is now Dan Cooper's turn.
To the gates of
Oh,
hell,
jeez.
as we make our way to heaven.
That weird punk
Welcome
AF,
to-
thank you so much for the follow on Twitch.
Yay. Alright, Dan, you're up.
Yep, let's see what Dan's gonna do. What should you do, Dan?
Unconscious? No, he's not
He's
prone.
No, you're.
He's prone. Oh, yeah, you're prone. Would you like to use your action to get to your feet, or would you like to try to cast a spell while prone? You'll do it with disadvantage if you try to do anything while prone. Otherwise, you have to
Please
use
don't
your
try.
turn to climb to your feet. Alright, you climb up to your feet. That's Dan Cooper's turn. Okay, Nargle, your turn.
Alright, I'd like to cast Cure Wounds at myself. I believe on second level.
It has.
Level, yep.
Oh yeah, second level. Gonna have to
Okay, so that's gonna be 2d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
Or plus my wisdom modifier, you say?
Yep.
Seven better than nothing.
That's better than nothing.
Oh my god, what the hell
Okay.
is that?
Oh,
Mm.
Alright.
You have 2 attacks to use.
Oh yeah, we're bringing out the big guns now. Straight off attack with the Mr. Talkie sword.
Yep. You grab him, you hold him out, and he says, "Ooh, I'm in the mood to make some new boots." Roll to hit.
That is a doo-doo. 22.
22, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
I should probably get Bluebeard's fucking stat to work out how I'm gonna use it.
That is 28 damage.
28 damage. Ooh, a good hit. Make another.
You know what? I think I will. That is a nat 20.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, okay. Roll and double.
It's whipped.
Okay, cool.
That is 48.
48. Ooh, and he's left on 1 HP.
Oh,
Ah.
wait.
You send him sprawling to the ground, and your sword says, "Nice. You're going to be my favorite footwear." But then the lizard starts to slowly climb back up.
And I believe he'll be taken out on his turn for the acid.
Yes, but he's got to take his turn first. Okay, it's now his turn.
As he gets to his feet and then just
He's
goes,
going to
"Ah,
make
never
his
mind."
first action to swing his club at Bartleby.
Not the squishy boy.
Ooh, okay, Bartleby, that's going to be a 24.
Mm.
I don't believe I can boost my AC that high. It's gonna be fire damage.
I don't believe you can. Okay, so that's...
What's he attacking? How is he attacking me?
he's just swinging a club at you.
Okay, cool. Yes, well, I'll just take it.
Alright, so you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage plus 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Then with his second action, he lashes his tail at Nargle, and Nargle jumps as the tail flaps underneath. Then he drops over dead as the acid burns through his scales.
The best final
One
word.
down.
The second salamander disengages from you, runs back across the bridge, and then spits a globule of fire at Milo.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
okay. For a second, I thought he was going to burn the fucking bridge.
Yes.
And he
Oh.
hits.
Oh, bugger. Milo, no.
Milo, you take 14 points of fire damage.
Oh, damn.
Motherfucker. I'm now at half health.
The third salamander runs down the mine shaft towards Angus. He uses his first attack action to smash his whip at you.
No, he got the whip.
I call dibs
And-
on the whip.
Knock the whip out of your way with a swift swing of your hammer. He then lashes at you with his tail. And he hits.
Oh, dang.
That's not how you use a whip, laddie.
Take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a strength check.
Alrighty. Let's check. That's a 16 work.
You're fine. You managed to not fall prone and maintain your footing. Okay, Milo's turn.
How many points of damage did I take? Is it 8?
Yep, that's 8 points of damage. 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Yes.
Thank you.
Who's outside moving?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Okay. Okay, so I'm on Bluebeard still, who has 60 feet of movement
Yep.
speed.
So
I
you're
would
just gonna
like
fly over to
fly
that one.
and chase him, yelling at him, "You're not going to get away that easy."
That's my whip, you fuck.
Well,
Alright.
that's
We
the one that Angus
are
is fighting.
chase, says Bluebeard as he takes to the air, bringing you across the chasm.
I still want to be
Two
10
more.
feet away if possible.
Yep, until you're hovering 10 feet away from the
Okay.
salamander.
Now, I use my first attack to actually use Bluebeard's multi-attack.
Yep,
So one attack will be bite,
yep. Go ahead and roll.
which is a non-natural 20.
Oh,
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
2d6s. Oh yeah, that's 2 6s plus 4, so that's 16 damage with the bite.
Ooh.
And
Right,
then,
he's... Yep.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say he's nearly down.
Well, I am now going to use Bluebeard's Stinger attack,
Yes, go ahead, roll.
which is a 25 to hit,
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
which is
Oh.
7d6s.
Oh, this boy's not having a good day.
You Bluebeard shouts, "On guard, you scurvy dog!" And he
22
plunges.
damage.
He plunges his tail forward, inserting his stinger right into the salamander's chest. It sits there on the end of his tail and releases a death rattle, and then ceases to move.
And I yell at the corpse. You're not the quarry I was searching for, but you'll do for now.
Okay, Bartleby's turn.
Alright, so is the one that harmed me, is that the one that just died?
Yep, that one died.
Okay, cool.
Just got this
It'll
one
be-
bugger left.
What? Yeah, I can see it. What I might do... Firebolt's not going to be much help. I might just use the illusion spell to create a barrier for me to obscure my sight behind. So like a little wall to...
You create a little brick wall that's just like floating in front of Nargle.
Yeah.
To obscure you from view.
Yeah.
Very
and
well.
Actually, no. I'll use my move to dismount and basically just hide behind the little wall.
Yep. All right. So you go and hide. Here, and you make a little brick wall, and you just sit there, recovering behind of it. Okay. It is Reaver's turn.
Wait, is it my turn?
Oh wait, yes it is. It is Angus's turn.
Hmm.
Sorry, Angus.
That's okay. Just making sure, because I never ever went first. Alright, well, still got this one bastard in front of me, so, you know, if it first don't succeed, throw more hammers at it.
Right, go ahead.
Does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit. Roll for damage.
Alrighty then. Ooh. That's 3, 8, 15, 20, 22 points of damage.
Ooh, a good hit. You hear some of its bones shatter as you drive the head of your hammer into its midriff. Okay, Reaver, you're up.
What health is...
M1's on, let me see. He's only got 25 health left. Or 22, yeah.
I was gonna say, do we want to focus on taking care of this thing first and trying to do damage?
Then heal him.
So imagine
Yeah,
if
you
this
could-
thing goes to
You
attack.
could probably finish it off this turn. It's
Well,
possible for you to finish it off.
Well, if she doesn't do it, then I can.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Nargle
Nargle's
could
gonna
finish
get
it
it
off. Right?
Actually, no, fuck it. Okay, I'll shoot it.
Be the victor.
Alright, go ahead. Roll to hit.
Stealth damage and poison.
If I roll on that one, I'm good.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a good hit. Okay, roll your damage. Don't forget your sneak attack damage.
And poison.
And your poison damage.
Where?
$10 this thing goes down now. Any takers?
No, I'm not gambling with you anymore.
That is psychic.
Yep.
So luck's been bad enough this
Now
week.
your sneak attack damage. Yep.
Try
Yep.
me.
Strong poison is 8d6.
Yep. Rogue cleaning up and taking names here as you poke your head out, knock an arrow, pull back the string, and fire, and it hits the salamander right between the eyes.
Nice.
Oh, now I'm
That
gonna
is-
harvest their
on the whip.
bodies.
And that is the end of combat.
I'm gonna cut them up.
Well, I'm
Gonna
going.
cut them up.
I'm going.
Well, yeah, we'll
Right.
harvest it.
Yep.
Right, I'd like
I would, but I'm not good at that sort of thing.
I would like
Alright,
to point out these
Reaver.
are sentient creatures.
What was that?
I would like to point out these are sentient creatures.
Well, now
They're
they're dead.
They have fire resistant scales. And
They're dead bad guys. I don't
Everything we've
care.
killed has been sentient.
Yeah.
Everything.
And we're not taking lessons and morals from a guy who burnt people alive last session.
Well,
Anyway,
to be fair,
All right, Reaver, I would like you, because Nargle
only
is
burnt their
assisting.
dwellings.
Roll with
I would
advantage.
like you, with Nargle's assistance, to please make a sleight of hand check with advantage
why is it sleight of hand?
to avoid damaging the scales.
I thought I was sneaking around Angus. Like, surely Angus is against me harvesting.
No, you're
Some
trying to
forging
avoid damaging.
materials?
It requires a soft touch.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, 23. Okay.
Fine with this. It's other things of body parts that I have issues with.
Maybe I could make myself some
Okay,
new
you
boots.
manage, after a few minutes of careful work, to harvest 3 salamander skins.
Nice.
What do they do?
Is that from all 3 of them?
Yes.
Okay.
What do they do?
Similar to...
Well, they are fire-resistant scales.
I think I already have something that gives me fire resistance.
But they can be
Yeah.
sold. They can always be sold. You could figure out what to do with them later. So the mines are
Well, I
now
need some-
clear. You briefly look around, and there is no sign of the prisoners. They appear to have ascended to the upper level. You hope that they can find their way out.
Can I have a look at the whip that the thing was holding?
Yes. You lean over and you take a look at the whip, and it is just a completely ordinary, non-magical whip, though it is slightly hot to the touch from the heat emanating from the salamander's body.
Well, I'll take it anyway, because I'm still upgrading whips, so...
Yep, you always
I
like...
just gain another whip.
Or whips.
Are these guys going to take a short rest?
Would you like to take a short rest?
I'm quite happy to if we want to.
Actually, yeah, because that'll save healing spell slots.
What I was going to do while they're resting, I didn't. Look for.
Yes, M1 will play Song of Rest.
Oh.
I was going to go look for the.
Oh, yes, okay.
What's some
So-
rest do?
So you gain 1d6 HP from your rest, in addition to your normal resting.
Yes,
Is that
that's,
addition?
by the way, that's...
Yeah, from some.
Yes, in
Okay.
addition
I'd
to your
point out
resting.
that's- Alright, I've used...
So
one
even
of
if
my
you don't
dice.
spend any hit dice, you each gain 5 HP from Dan Cooper's pleasing Song of Rest that he strums on his
I
lute.
only used 1 hit dice and I'm already back to full, so I'm good.
Yep.
Nice to see we're using the bard's abilities efficiently rather than the
Alright. Awful. Oh, my max health is 80.
Aren't you taking?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Meanwhile, I would like Reaver to please make an investigation check to try to... Yep, that's right, M1. So you get 5 HP when resting, even if you don't spend any of your hit dice.
I used 5 of my hit dice.
Oh.
Hopefully you won't need those.
That's okay. My ring and all, I've still got all but one of my spell slots. Plus, I made sure that my ring of spell saving just has healing spells in it for this.
Yeah.
Like I have loaded the thing up with just healing spells since Fire's not going to do jack shit this time around.
Probably a fair call.
That's what I thought.
Using a single what?
Alright, Reaver has passed her check. You turn invisible again, Reaver, and you head back the way you came, and you go up to the upper level of the mine. And a short distance from the staircase, you find the prisoners. They have stopped at a 3-way junction, unsure of how to proceed.
Hey, can I point?
Yes, make an intelligence check, please.
Also, make sure to tell them about the staff.
Uh,
Just in case that trap resets.
what was I doing?
And
Making an intelligence check to try to remember the way back.
That is safe.
No, it's just a check.
Just a...
Yes. And you do remember the way through the upper level, so you give them directions to the best of your ability. And even though you're invisible, which causes the halfling to jump again and go, "Oh, I'll be damned glad to get out of these haunted bloody mines." the dwarf nods and he says, "Thank you kindly, lass." And he begins to lead the rest of the prisoners out of the mines.
I want to offer them...
All right, so you tell them that when they emerge, if they leave the Yak Folk village, they will find 2 Wyvern mounts there who will take them to your cloud castle.
I'll write them a
Actually,
note.
I was going to say, yeah, please,
Maybe warn them
please
to be
make sure the
careful with
women's
chimeras.
know.
Oh,
Really
Okay, you're all
deal with.
talking at once.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bartleby said make sure they're aware of that there's a chimera nest on the mountain as they're making their way out.
We didn't really deal with it.
I'll send Bluebeard back.
Yep.
To
To help them.
take them, and then I'll just use my bonus action to call him back again.
Yep.
In the next
Bluebeard says, "Yar, we take them to safe harbor."
Yep.
And then
Okay, before they leave, I just want to run up to them and ask if...
you're not there.
They're not with
Reva's up.
Well,
Yeah, I'm on
you're
my
up the
own.
level.
That's why I said I want
Yeah.
to run after Reva and...
Oh
catch up.
yeah. Well, you're resting. She was doing it while you're resting.
Okay, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't.
My 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
a little bit further ahead.
Pretty sure I'm on a...
Yeah.
But just the same, you tell them that if they head up to the Yak Folk village and take shelter in the ruins, that you'll be able to take them to a safe place. And the dwarf says, "Thank you, lass," and begins to lead the prisoners out. And then you return to the lower level of the mines, where the rest of the party is just finishing a rest. Okay. Would Milo like to make a survival check, please, to help the party find their way through the labyrinthian second level of the
Can
mines?
I help him with that?
Yes. We're assisting him.
That is a 17.
17. Okay. With Nargle's help, you navigate the narrow mine shafts, cross over the chasms of water, and start heading down a relatively linear but curvy, twisty path. And you gradually feel the air begin to grow hotter and hotter, and this lets you know that you are drawing nearer to Iron Slag. I'm going to bring up the map of Iron Slag.
As we notice that it's starting to get warmer, I wrap my cold whip around my chest, over one shoulder and under the other shoulder, like a...
Very well. Yep, like a bandolier to keep you, to counter the effects of the heat. Very well. Hey, so this is the upper level of Iron Slag.
Good lord. That's a dungeon.
Yep. You have just emerged out of the mines into this room.
Bartleby...
Alright, before anything happens, I call upon Glitter.
Yes. Well, I'll describe the room first, and then you can decide what you want to do.
Curious.
You emerge through a tunnel in the north wall. Rail tracks running through these tunnels end at a pair of wooden barriers. 3 pillars of black basalt support the ceiling. Above your heads, there is a giant moving chain carrying several large metal buckets along it, moving through the room in a clockwise direction. There is a tunnel to your right, through which the bucket chain travels, and another tunnel to your left, which leads out onto an iron gantry hanging above one of the rooms in the lower level.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
be it.
So-
also got another question. That Shield of Faith, how long does that last for?
It will have expired by now.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, it's only about
So-
10.
So the arrow on the map shows you which direction the bucket chain is moving. Now this tunnel here, hang on, I'm going to change the color because that's not visible. Change the color, Control Z. A bit thicker. So this tunnel here is a sheer drop. The room you see in the middle is not one that you can walk out onto. That's the below level.
Oh, okay.
Only the
Just
iron, only the iron gantries in the middle room and the left. In the left, anything that has the blurry stuff in the middle. So basically, I'll mark them out so you can see. So
basically, the darker areas are level.
yeah,
How
So
far
this
is the
room-
jump?
this room and this room are the lower level, and based on looking at the tunnel, it's a drop of about 60 feet.
Come on.
Yeah.
So
but-
only the iron gantries above it are walkable, though you can find other ways across if you are
how far is the
imaginative.
jump to?
Well, you can access the one on the left just by walking out onto it. The one on the right, it would be a jump of 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 feet to get to 30 feet to get to the top gantry and 20 feet to get to the bottom gantry.
Yeah, no.
However, you notice that the sheer size of the buckets on the bucket chain means that they would be relatively easy to grab hold of
Okay, so basically we could hitch a ride in the buckets instead.
if you wish to.
Alright. Okay.
I was gonna say maybe we start with the using the gantry we can actually walk on, try and wander.
First things first, I want to call
You want
upon
to send out
Glitterwing.
Glitterwing?
Glitterwing!
Hear Glitterwing saying, "Coming!" And then she pops her head out of your furs and says, "Oh, this place is hot!"
Alright, sweetie. I have a very important mission for you. Take this package of powder, go locate their drinking or water supply and dump it in.
Okay! And blinks away, invisible as she flutters away. You wait for a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes, with no sound other than the metallic grinding of the bucket chain and the occasional hiss of a foundry somewhere in the dungeon. And the silence is punctuated by the sound of a heavy metallic banging from further in iron slag. "I'm back!" shouts Glitterwing as she blinks into view, hovering in front of you, her wings flapping excitedly. She says, "I dumped it in!" And she also has some reconnaissance to provide.
Oh, yay!
Reconnaissance?
Reconnaissance!
Yes, because she passed some of the enemies on the way there. So first of all,
You did a good job.
I will get... Huh?
she informs you that the room on the left contains, on the bottom level, 4 fire giants working a bellows, and on the upper level, a younger looking fire giant overseeing their work from the eastern gantry, while 4 ogres stand on the left gantry using hooked poles to grab the buckets and tip them into the foundry below as they pass.
Huh.
So that room's just one gigantic goddamn fight then.
Oh yeah.
Additionally, she lets you know
I'm glad that I watched you do this time, because this is going to save me a lot of trouble on Sunday.
Additionally, she tells you that the room at the very bottom,
Oh gee.
in the very bottom of the, to the south of where you are, there is a room containing a large wheel that is powered by a chain gang of slaves, and that this wheel is what is making the bucket chain move throughout the facility. She spotted 3 orc guards in the room, a fire giant overseer, and a closed pen containing 4 hellhounds.
Ooh.
Oh hell.
Can
And
I
that
do
is
an
all-
investigation check to see whether the hellhounds appear to be tame or wild?
Well, you know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can send your.
close enough.
Oh,
Well,
it,
yeah.
sorry, I thought we were
This was
looking
from his. This was from his pseudo dragon, and she passed through this area while invisible.
oh, I see. Sorry, I thought we
Yes.
were looking through something's eyes.
No.
Ah,
Are stairs leading down. So the closest stairs would be. I will highlight them. These ones here.
What?
I was just map.
So you have 2 ways to get through the stairs. Either you can pass through the room to the left and fight all the things in there, or perhaps find a way to get past them undetected. Or you could hitch a ride with the bucket chain, which will take you to the room on the east, and then you can eventually get to the stairs by riding the bucket chain onto that gantry next to the stairs.
Thing is, those buckets are getting emptied before us, which means that they're going to be getting filled somewhere to the right of us.
Yes.
Which
The
means
buckets are getting emptied in the
point-
left, which means logically they're getting filled somewhere to the east.
Yeah, which means there's gonna be more of them over that
means
side
we're
then.
going to get crushed at some point.
We could.
Would you like to send Glitterwing to follow the bucket chain and see
Yes.
where see where the buckets get filled?
Yep.
Okay. Glitterwing says, "All right," and she begins hovering beside one of the buckets, following it as it goes along the chain. About 10 minutes later, she returns and informs you of her findings in the easternmost room.
Yeah, that's about right.
Of course, there's going to be enemies. Oops.
Yeah.
There's going to be enemies there. Another layer. Informs you that the buckets are being filled somewhere in a room to the east, and the work is being done by a group of orcs being overseen by a lone fire giant.
The fire giants on the right side, they're on the lower levels.
All of the ones except for the one on the gantry.
And the ones with the sticks, they're ogres, yes?
Yes, they're ogres tipping
So
the
they would
buckets.
be highly seductive.
Perhaps.
Not if they're in a room surrounded by
Yeah,
fire.
Perhaps if their fire giant master is dealt with.
I kind of feel like we should probably go to the room on the east first, since there's less to work with on that side for starters, if we have to run headfirst into a fight.
I would like to wild shape into a spider if
And
Yes, that is one of your wild shapes. What would you like to do?
I would like to look at them.
Hang on, I'm just getting your token.
I would
Just
like
getting your...
to would I have enough I don't know if it would be drill something up. If I could, or if it would be sturdy enough because of the heat. Spin a web.
Across where the to the east,
No,
underneath the bucket chain.
No, to the one with the to the rooms in the north.
You mean we'll mark it on the map. You mean from here to here?
Yes.
You'd be able to get across, but you wouldn't be able to make a web bridge for the rest of everyone else. Everyone else's best bet would be to either jump to the gantry or ride the bucket chain and then drop off as it passes it.
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and jump.
That's
Right.
I mean, technically,
So
I can actually jump like 3 times my actual movement speed thanks to my boots. But
Nagel, you don't need to jump. You're a spider. You can just crawl along the outside wall.
Yeah,
and land
that's
on
what
the
I planned to do. But Reva said she was gonna jump and
I'll
with
climb
me.
over.
Oh. Yeah.
Would you like to send Nagel so at least Nagel can find out what's there,
Yeah.
and then
that
let
was
you know?
that was my plan as well.
Right, so Nagel grips the wall and in a spider form begins to make his way over onto the gantry. And then, when you drop down onto the gantry, you see underneath you, currently under construction, where you emerge in, you drop down onto the gantry and you get a good look at this room. And you see wide iron gantries that extend a short distance into the vast chamber. 2 lit braziers illuminate the western gantry, which has iron stairs leading down to the floor below. Hanging in midair in front of you, held in place by chains bolted to the floor and ceiling, is the hound head and upper torso of the Ashendod. Down beneath you, you can see the Ashendod itself, still under construction, held in place by 4 chains anchoring it to the floor. And standing beside it, you can see
bollocks.
Duke Zalto
Hey.
and 3 of his pet hellhounds.
Oh. Well, he's just right there then.
Is that a forge area there?
Yes.
Damn.
You'll have to go down there if you wish to attack Zalto, but you can see that he is down there.
I'd like to definitely explore those
Room above.
rooms. Yeah.
Right? Enter the room above. I would like you to make a stealth check, please.
What's the stealth of the spider?
You have to look. Let me see. Are you a giant spider or just a normal spider?
Just normal spider.
Just a little normal spider.
Tiny
Okay.
spider.
Tiny spider. Okay. So your dex is +2.
That with
Well, you have proficiency with stealth as this spider, so it's a +4 on your stealth altogether.
am I adding my dex as well?
No.
Okay. That's
No, just the spider.
so that's +4. Okay, so that's
9 + 4.
13.
Okay. Yep, 13. Okay.
yeah. Why are we echoing?
Are we echoing?
Where a second ago.
A little bit.
Just see what happens. Okay. Yes, you're still on blue bid.
Okay, cool.
Milo.
Subtle.
Okay, well, these are giant tunnels, so he's not going to be crashing into everything.
I know,
he's
I'm
not.
just
He's
saying.
fine. Okay. You enter the northern room, managing to remain undetected. And in this room, you see
Oh, bollocks.
I did warn you guys that this place is full of enemies.
Yep.
Well, it's not like we didn't believe you or anything.
Long
Okay.
session.
Yep.
The walls of this room bear frescoes that depict fire giants forging armor and weapons, marching to war, and binding red dragons in chains. 4 basalt pillars support the 40-foot-high ceiling, and iron chandeliers bereft of candles hang above a pair of stone tables. A fireplace in the north wall provides the only light. You see 3 ogres standing around the northernmost table, where they are cheering on 2 fire giants engaging in arm wrestling.
Dragons.
They're evil.
Oh,
They're
okay.
prismatic dragons.
Okay, just came up. With the enlarged person potion, do you gain any?
Yes, you do.
What do you-
Gain bonuses. Okay, I'm going to. Oh,
I have a plan to intimidate the ogres with the sticks.
Yeah,
Okay.
look.
So while you were large, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and your attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Hear me out for a sec. Hear me out.
Alright.
Use the enlarged potion just behind the giant overseen
You don't.
No, just let him finish and
No,
then
no,
we can
no,
point
no,
at what-
no, no, no.
Let him.
Let him finish.
Use the enlarged potion and run and slam into the fire giant, pushing it down into the lava in front of the ogres.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I mean, wouldn't it resist the lava though?
And
It
it's
would
also got the
resist
fall.
it, but it's still going to be falling into a molten foundry. It's
falling.
still going to die.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole trying to intimidate the ogres into helping us not a great plan, mostly due to the fact that while pretty much any of these like fire giant overseers are around, they're not going to listen to us at all.
Yeah,
even
but
if we did
keep in
somehow
mind
get
that there
past
are-
those.
Keep in mind that there are 4 other fire giants in that room on the lower level that may be able to scare the ogres as well.
But as
You'd
I
have a
said, it
better
was just
chance- You'd have a better chance of that plan in the east room, because there's only 1 fire giant overseer there.
I
And
would
even
feel-
if-
yeah.
I just think as a whole, even if we did somehow get a handful of ogres to help us out, all it would take is to run into another fire giant or lord, help us. Friggin' Zolto, he'd snap his fingers and it wouldn't matter what we did.
When do we get our allies join us?
Whenever we summon them, I guess.
Whenever you want them.
Yes,
You may
ma'am.
call them at any time now.
Yes.
Can I suggest a course of action?
Go ahead.
We go to the east room with the 1 giant and the orcs. We take them out, and then if Angus still has his enlarge water or
Create water.
create water, we fill a couple of the buckets full of water, and then that goes around to the ogres, and they spill water straight into the forge, creating massive mist. And by the time the water has got there, we've got onto the gantry, and we can take out the ogres without the giants being able to see what's happening.
Ooh, like that.
A quick question: what's to
Better
stop
of
us
any-
from? Yeah, it's the most well thought plan so far. I have a more simplistic question: what's to stop us just immediately going after Zolto and ignoring the rest of these guys?
You can immediately go after Zolto. There's no guarantee that he has the conscious teleportation on him.
That is also true. I imagine that there is more levels to this place, isn't there?
Yes, there's a lower level.
I would
Okay,
also
so he's most
guess-
likely just going to nick off
Yeah.
immediately.
I mean, he's focusing on the Ashen Dot. He doesn't have any reason to travel to the Storm Court, so he probably isn't carrying it on his person.
I imagine he would also be able to summon everyone in the
Yeah.
dungeon to him.
That's true.
Otherwise, because I was going to say that if Milo goes past and sees Zolto, he is just going to charge him.
Okay, well, that throws any possible
But-
chance of us even moving towards the right side of the room.
Yeah,
then.
but I was gonna.
I mean,
say,
if you're
metagaming,
inside
you
one
could
of-
try and keep.
Well, if
me
you're
from
inside one of the buckets, Milo probably wouldn't be able to see Zolto.
Because I wouldn't be riding Bluebeard over that gap, because that would just be I'm going to be
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
I would be getting into a bucket to get over.
Yeah,
there.
if you're in a bucket, then Milo won't be able to see Zolto because the buckets are massive.
Think of the buckets from Back of the Class.
Yeah, exactly.
I know the ones you're talking about, like Foundry buckets. I get those.
Yeah.
Alright, so how do we want to do this?
Everyone's idea was still
Except for the try and overthrow the orcs when you have a.
Hey. That was still kind of sound.
Except for the
Yes.
part where there's still a small army.
That's
of
why I
five.
said kind of.
What idea does Bartleby have?
I think he said he was on the phone before.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's on the
Yeah.
phone. Okay, so yeah, how would you like to do this?
Okay, we could go with Marlowe's plan and going to clean everything there, getting the great water. Getting
That is if Angus is willing to expend a spell slot with it.
I can do. Where the hell did I leave Cray? Well, Cray was only the first.
Oh,
Just have to keep in mind that if I, depending on how many uses of, I have 3 first level, it's also keep my faith as well. So I have to keep in mind that certain spells I have down there I won't be able to use if I just keep
Yeah.
using control water or create water.
Yes,
Oh.
there is that. Unless
Oh.
you probably can have a long rest somewhere in this dungeon. You just have to find the right place.
Probably.
yeah.
But we still have to get there first.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
assuming.
logically, the beds would be the worst place to rest because
Yeah,
that's where
that's
all
where
the
everyone's
workers are
gonna
going to go
go.
to sleep later.
Yeah. I'm down for starting with that room with just the one giant and the 4 ogres for
Well,
starters.
yeah, we may as well go take that out and then see where we're going to go from there, because that is the least resistance at the moment.
Yeah.
So may as well make some progress, and then
Yeah, because otherwise we're just sitting here spinning. Just
Yeah.
Know where they are. Get a sneak attack when we have the buckets.
You know that they're there, so you'll get a little boost on your initiative, but you don't automatically surprise them.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I could
Well.
surprise them. Oh yeah, you do. So use the plan I did ages ago. The climb on the roof, fall down, wild shape back in.
Yep. So Nargle comes back and he informs you that the room to the north has 3 ogres and 2 fire giants in it. And then he begins to climb the wall back onto the roof and heads over to the east.
And
And he perches
Back, guys.
on the roof above the fire giant and just waits. So the
Okay.
rest of so the rest of you want to climb into buckets.
would the bucket be big enough for Bluebeard to hide in?
So the buckets may contain 2 large creatures, 4 medium creatures, or 6 small creatures.
Okay, the Wyvern's large, so
Yep.
Bluebeard
So he
would be
and
large.
you can fit in one bucket.
Sounds good.
All right. So first of all, then Milo, I would like you to make an animal handling check to fly Bluebeard into one of the buckets as it passes overhead.
That is a 19.
Very well. Point at one of the buckets, and Bluebeard takes to the air and drops down into one of the buckets.
And luckily, I didn't see Zolto when I landed.
He went straight into the bucket.
Yep.
Who wants to hop in next?
I really want to roleplay just charging straight in, but I also don't.
Yeah.
Too smart for that.
Yeah.
That's trying to fuck us right up.
Yeah.
Reva
Alright,
in the
Reva.
bucket.
Right, Reva, I would like you to please make an acrobatics check. Yes.
While everyone's getting in, I'll
19.
be right back.
Take a running jump, latch onto the chain, and then climb into the bucket behind the one that Milo went into. Who'd like to go in next? The bucket that Reva's in can contain up to 3 more
How
medium creatures.
high up is this thing?
Other buckets are about 10 feet above the ground.
Okay, so I can't obviously just climb up. I have to try and. I'm not.
It's going to be difficult for Angus.
What
I
kind
do
of
have
check
my
is he?
boots. I do have. I was gonna say I do have my boots of jumping on me.
Oh yes, those
Yeah.
do help you.
Yeah, where am I at with that? There you go. Yeah, my I can jump 3 times my normal distance. So I could easily jump into. Obviously, just have to pass the check.
Right. Well, I'd like Angus to do an acrobatics check with advantage, please.
I mean, I got an 18 on the first one, so I'm okay with
That's
that.
enough. You've got your
Never
boots
seen
of
a dwarf
jumping.
jump so high.
I was gonna say everyone's just looking, trying to figure
Yeah,
out how
they've
it's like. I
never
just look
seen
and
the
go,
dwarf jump this high.
boots.
It's
You
the
look at the
calves.
bucket hanging overhead, and then you spring off and land deftly in the bucket behind Reva.
Yep.
Right, who's next?
I was gonna say, I imagine Nagel wouldn't really need to jump. He could just probably reach up with
Oh,
his hands.
I'm already
Narbon's
over there.
already over
Oh, yeah,
there.
he's already over
It's
there.
Dan Cooper and Bartleby.
Well,
I don't
M1's
think
gone.
levitate, so.
Yeah, Dan Cooper.
I'm back. I was just on a phone call.
So the party has decided that rather than going through the left, which is filled with all these enemies, they're going to ride the buckets over to the right, where the buckets are being filled. When they reach there, Angus is going to create water, fill several buckets with water, and then when the buckets get tipped into the foundry, this whole room will be filled with mist, allowing you to sneak through.
It'll also cause a large explosion of boiling metal as well.
It will, but
Yeah,
All right, I'm up for it. I'm up for it.
Bartleby's up for it.
there's an explosion.
Yeah.
All right,
They
Bartleby
figured it was playing
levitates,
to his strength.
Bartleby levitates up into the bucket with Angus. Now everyone is in. Okay. The buckets rattle and
Oh, he's not
yeah,
here.
I've
So
already rolled him. I've already rolled him in. The buckets rattle from side to side and shake you around as they slowly move along the chain. And you wait. After a few moments, you dare to climb up and peek over the side just so you can see where you are. So, first of all, none of you are going to jump off as it passes the northern gantry. Just going to keep riding to the east. Very well.
I want to jump out and
Yep. As soon as you see that the buckets have entered the easternmost room, Reva, you jump out. I would like you to make a stealth check, please. With advantage, because you are invisible.
When I jump out, can I stay flying in the air, or is the roof?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
oh, nat 20.
Nat 20, okay. So, Reva, you leap out and then you hug the wall. And where would you like to position yourself in this room?
Probably behind one of the. Actually, right there.
Right there's fine. Okay. Milo, you climb out of the bucket and on Bluebeard's back, you simply fly into the room. And then finally, Angus, Dan Cooper, and Bartleby bring up the rear. Just add Bartleby. I'll just add Dan Cooper. Okay, Bartleby's in the same square as Angus. Right. I will describe this room for you. This is the dressing mill. In this room, 4 orcs work under the watch of a fire giant. The bucket chain moves from north to south through this room, the iron buckets dangling a few feet above the floor. As empty buckets pass by, 2 orcs with hooked poles tip the buckets, while the 2 orcs behind them begin to shovel ore into them so that it is carried away to the foundry. As the buckets pass by the second group of orcs, they are tipped again, and impurities are removed from the ore and dumped on the ground. The ground is covered in several small piles of impurities found in the ore, with no visible method of disposal for them in sight. Okay. Nargle automatically goes to the top of the initiative order. Everyone else, roll for initiative.
I got 12.
7.
Just give me half a second. That's 19 for me.
Ooh, good. 19 for Bartleby. And 25 for Kitty. And for Nargle, it's going to be 26. Okay. Nargle, you're up first.
Yep. Position myself on right on top of the fire giant and
Yep.
wild shape back in my Dragonborn. Fall straight onto him with the giant slayer axe.
Yep. Okay. Make a to hit roll with advantage, please.
Oh, advantage. Ooh.
You are surprising him.
It's 22. On net 20. Oh, no. But they're all like 24.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, crap. I was rolling my d20 for that. Oh, God. Great.
Missy.
7. Oh, God. So that's 25.
25. Good
Straight
hit.
on his noggin.
Straight, you leap down, he looks up and opens his
with the
mouth in a
gunslayer.
grin as he raises his great sword to swat you like a bug, but you swerve out of the way and cleave down on his noggin with the flat of your giant slayer axe. Then you land on the ground in front of him.
Come on!
Okay. And you have a second attack. Would you like to use your second attack?
You know what? Yes. Yes, I will.
Alright, go ahead. Roll to hit.
That is... 17.
17. Good hit. Okay. Next up
Wait, no,
is...
that was just rolling to hit.
Oh yeah, that's a hit. Roll for damage. Actually, was it 17?
Yeah.
At 17, you swing with your axe, and he deflects it with his sword, and then he smiles at you mischievously. Reaver, your turn.
I'm gonna whatever it is, or
orc. Okay.
Are my arrows still?
Yes, they are. All right. Roll to hit.
I shoot him with
Shoot
my
him.
arrow.
Oh,
That is
Oof.
a 10. You fire an arrow and it sails uselessly to the side, deflecting off one of the buckets. You must now roll stealth. Maintain. Stay hidden.
that just.
Yes.
I also realized I've been rolling.
You've been rolling.
I've only been rolling my X, not stealth.
Oh, yeah, no, you had your proficiency. Of course, you're proficient in stealth. You're a rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely hidden. Okay. Next up is Bartleby. Bartleby, you're in the same tile as Angus.
Okay, I will. Alright, it's just hard to see on the Oh yeah, I see. Hey, all right. So that okay. So see that square behind the giant where it's glowing yellow.
Yep. That's the fireplace.
That's the fireplace. How big is it?
5, 10. It's 20 feet wide and 20 feet high.
20 feet wide and 20 feet high.
Yes.
Okay.
You want to push the giant in?
Yeah, I just don't think it might do much because they're immune to fire, though.
Yeah, pushing one into the lava would do damage, but pushing one into the fireplace is just going to annoy him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. For the moment, I'm just gonna firebolt one of the orcs.
All right. Roll to hit, please.
Conserve some spells. Can I use my owl to give myself an advantage for the 8 other action?
Yes, you can.
All right. That is 22.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
11 points of damage.
Shoot a firebolt at the closest orc. It hits him right on the left shoulder, and he goes, ouch, 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 ouch. What? Okay, next up we have the enemy's turn. Okay, the fire giant turns towards Nargle. For his first action, he swings at you with his great sword. And he had 20, but you're immune to critical hits. You're immune to critical hits, thankfully.
Yeah,
Still hits you.
You dodged that. You have really lucked out with that armor.
And thank God for fire resistance too.
Yes.
Wait, where did you get fire resistance?
From the. I got it from. Oh yeah, the mortal enemy armor.
Yes.
That's
right.
right.
However, this is just a normal greatsword. It's not flaming or anything, so that's 27 points of slashing damage.
Owie.
Then, with his second action, he reaches for one of the piles of refuse he reaches one of the piles of refuse on the floor and hurls it at Angus, Bartleby, and Dan Cooper.
Oh no.
Let me see.
He's just throwing hunks of scrap at us.
That's a 17. Would Bartleby like to cast shield?
Oh hey,
yes,
block
Bartleby would like to cast shield.
Very well.
That's scary that adds on 11.
I'm
and
just
Dan Cooper also Dan Cooper flings himself sideways as the pile of impurity refuse shatters on the wall behind you. Okay.
Wait, what's Dan?
Dan's armor class is exactly 17.
Oh, good for him.
I'll be right back. Missy needs to go out. Sorry.
The first orc rushes forwards towards Angus.
Oh, look at me making friends today.
Yes, indeed. Angus, Orky Orc. I don't need salamanders anymore. Delete them. Okay, Orky Orc. Okay. Swings at you on his first go with his great axe. And that is a hit.
Okay.
You take 14 points of slashing damage, and then you take an additional 4 points of force damage. And then the next...
No, I actually have resistance to force.
So you take 2 points of force damage.
So how much is that all up? That's
12.
12.
The second, the orc down on the bottom uses a war cry, empowering the other 3 orcs in the room. You now get advantage until the start of the next round. The second orc rushes towards Milo.
I am flying, just as a reminder.
Yes.
Yep.
And he has a spear that he's going to try to throw at you. And he gets disadvantage, but he also gets advantage. This is just a normal check.
Okay.
A spear.
And you swerve out of the way as the spear sails uselessly through the air. The third orc rushes up in front of the other orc, raises his spear, and throws it in your direction. It's okay, M1, you're here.
Would I get a reaction because they're running in my way?
No, it's only when they move out of your sight that you get. And then Bluebeard swerves to the left as this spear, like the other one, sails uselessly past him. Okay, it is now Dan Cooper's turn. Someone has just re-emerged. So Dan Cooper, there are 4 orcs and a fire giant in this room. Right, where are you in relation to people? You are at the back of the room next to Angus, in front of Milo, who is being attacked by 2 orcs, and there is an orc right next to you and Angus.
Don't use AoE attack.
Yeah, don't use an AoE. Unless possibly you can shoot a thunder wave at the 2 orcs next to Milo, because he's in the air on his wyvern, so you could get it off without hitting them. Would you like to do that, M1? Alright, Shatter or Thunder Wave? Which one would you prefer? Yeah, this internet. Oh, that's Telstra for you. Alright. I will... So we'll assume you're going to you want to try to preserve your spell slots. So you're going to cast Thunder Wave. I will make their dex saves. Oh, and they both failed. Okay, so that's 2d8 damage for you, M1. Nice. Send out an arc of electricity towards the 2 orcs as they poke their spears up in the air trying to get Milo, and you deal 9 damage to them. A good hit. Okay. Milo, it is your turn.
Have they used their spears?
They have more spears, but they've used 1 spear each.
And so if I tried to fly away from them, their reaction would be to throw a spear at me?
Yes.
Well, I see a giant, so I'm going to try and fly past them.
Okay. And as you fly towards the giant, they each get opportunity attacks on you.
And 10 feet away, please.
10 feet away. Yes, that's right. Because you're
No,
whippy.
I've got to stress that now because of the mind flayer. It's just
Yeah,
reactionary. I have to
away.
remind you.
Roll D20. They hurl their spears at you. One of them hits. Take.
Would it hit Bluebeard or would it hit me?
They're aiming. Well, it'll hit Bluebeard. Would you like Bluebeard to take it, or would you like to take it?
I would like Bluebeard to take one of these.
Okay, so Bluebeard takes 11 points of piercing damage. Then he takes 5 points of force damage. So 16 points altogether.
Yep.
Okay, you have flown over to the fire giant. What would you like to do?
I would like to use my first attack action to attack with my necrotic whip and my elongated whip that I still have equipped.
Go ahead.
One of those is a over 20, and the other one is unfortunately a 15. 16.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit. But one hit.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
That's fine. That's my elongated whip, so that is still 2d8s.
Yep. And giants are your favorite enemy as well, so.
Do I get that naturally?
No.
No, that's I can use it on a specific enemy. It's not.
Yes, that's
race.
right.
So yeah.
Yes.
So that is.
You haven't used Slayer's Mark yet, so.
13 plus my dex. So that's 17. 18 damage using just one whip. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, not bad at all.
And then for my second attack, I would like to use Bluebeard's multi-attack.
All right, go ahead.
Mess them up.
D20 for bite.
Let's have a look.
Which is 16.
16. That will miss, unfortunately.
That's okay. And the second attack is a stinger. Which is 12 plus 7. So that's 19.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
Now I will roll 7d6.
Oh, ouch.
21 damage.
So, Bluebeard flies forward. He swoops down at the fire giant, tries to bite him, but cannot penetrate the armor. And then he lashes out with the stinger on his tail, plunging it into the fire giant's neck. Okay, next up we have Angus.
Alrighty then. Still have the orc directly in front. I'd like to go after the fire giant, but that orc's directly on me, so I might as well take a swing at it.
Alright, go ahead. Roll to hit.
It's 25.
25, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Now, these guys don't have fire resistance, correct?
Nope, they are just normal orcs.
Outstanding, that'll help plenty. It's 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage. A good hit. Step forward and you strike back at the orc that hit you. He looks at you with a look of betrayal on his face. Okay.
Fuck you!
Okay, Nargle. Your turn.
You rage. And and as my bonus action, I declare fire giant's mortal enemy.
Yep. Right, you've got 2 attacks.
I do, so I will lash at him with my axe.
Go ahead.
That is 17.
That, unfortunately, is deflected with his greatsword. Make another attack.
That's also a miss.
Unfortunately, both of your hits are parried, and you...
Oh, thank fuck, that's...
Yeah.
Look at the fire giant.
I was gonna say, Liam, are you using a sword or your giant guy?
My axe.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Why wouldn't I use it?
I don't
Back
know.
at the
You can
fire
sort of-
giant.
My sword and
intense
my
hatred.
sword and axe both have plus 12 attack bonus.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I thought you got extra attack for going after giants. That was all.
Yeah, that's
No, it only deals extra damage
yeah.
to them.
Ah.
Reaver, you're up.
Okie dokie. I'm going to run up. Right? Like, not right up, but run up.
Just
Ranged.
times
Color spray.
Nargle. Yep. What level are you passing it at?
Level.
Level 2 color spray. That's going to be 8d10s. $47.
And then I'm gonna
blast,
hide.
blast color out of your hands. Unfortunately, the giant is not affected.
Oh.
Shit.
But the orc that is closest to Angus is.
Hooray.
So is he blind now?
Yes. It is. That's your turn, I believe.
And now I'm gonna hide.
Roll your stealth, please. That's a pass. Okay, Bartleby, you're up again.
All right. I'm just going to continue just pinging away with my firebolt for the moment.
All right, go ahead. Roll your attack. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Four points.
Lovely. The orc continues shouting, "Ouch, it hurties!"
Zug.
Okay, it's the enemy's turn. The orc, down at the very end of the room, makes a war cry, granting advantage to everyone else in the room, including the fire giant.
Oh, crud.
The fire giant uses his first action to swing his greatsword at Nargle with advantage.
Oh no.
And he hits. However, Nargle, you're raging, so it's not as bad as it would have been. Nargle, you take 15 points of slashing damage. Then with his second action, he swings at you again with advantage. And he hits a second time, dealing another 15 points of slashing damage.
I'd like to point out this is just one single fire giant, and we're in a place full of bastards.
There, the orc directly in front of Angus decides to make an attack at Angus.
It seems fair.
It's just a normal attack.
Oh,
and he hits.
Ow.
Angus takes... Take 11 points of piercing damage and 2 points of force damage.
So 13.
The other orcs, one of them moves forwards towards Dan Cooper and tries to stab him with his spear.
Right with Sam.
Yeah. It's a nice peaceful battle.
Well, it's because the sounds of the fall are just covering up the sounds of battle. They're still infiltrating.
That makes sense.
Dan Cooper ducks as the spear goes over his head. The final orc rushes towards Milo and hurls a spear into the air. And he misses. Okay, it is Dan Cooper. Dan Cooper is going to attack the orc directly in front of him with his rapier. Hits. Kills. 10 points of damage. And now it is Milo's turn.
Okay. I ignore the orc next to me, and I once again attack with both of my whips. Yeah, my poison elongated and my necrotic whip.
Alright, go ahead.
One is a 19 and one is a 20.
Those are both hits. Roll for damage.
Oh, okay.
10, 16, 20, 24, 25. 25 damage.
Ooh, good hit. Okay, what will you do for your second
Take out the
attack?
other.
My second attack, Bluebeard will once again take a bite and a sting.
Alright, go ahead. Roll to hit.
Yeah.
The bite is a 17, and the sting is a 19.
Sting hits, bite does not.
Well, that's okay. That's still 7d6.
Yep.
Ooh, and that's a good roll.
Ouch!
So 25. I did 55 damage.
Yes, you
altogether.
did. The giant is covered in blood and gore and looks around as if waiting for someone to come and help him. Okay, it is Angus's turn.
Alright, well, I will continue my legendary battle with this orc in front of me. Battle will be legendary. Alright. 20, not nat.
That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Alright. I like it better when I throw my hammer. It does more damage, but this is fine.
Get advantage.
No, it just
the other guy
gets
gets
disadvantage.
Which is fine, because either way I'm still hitting him. 21 points of damage.
Ooh, the orc raises his weapon to strike you, and you weave out of the way, parry it, and then throw your hammer. It flies up onto his head and crushes his skull.
We're good at that.
That orc
Look at
is
you go.
dead.
Wait, were orcs considered giant enemies?
No, no, they're not. They're giant kin, but they're not like giant in size.
Yeah.
Right, Nargle, you're up.
First action, I'm going to drink potions of healing.
All right, bring that up in the chat so people can see. Okay, you will gain 4d4 plus 4 HP. Can you get the door, please? I think the package is here. I'll get it soon.
Oh yeah, 4d4.
Cat's coming. Alright, I'll be back shortly. Just go feed cats.
How much damage?
Back up. 40 and 4 my 3 attacks just wail on the giant.
Alright, roll to hit.
$18.
Ooh, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
Oh, fucked. Okay, yeah. 8. That's 22.
22. A good hit. Make another.
Thank you, sir.
That's a nat 20.
Oh dear God.
Ooh. Okay. Roll its double.
60.
That's 68
dear.
damage.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you raise your axe and you bring it down, slicing the fire giant's head clean off in true Nargle style.
And I believe I still have one more attack left.
You still yes, but would you like to use that to try to intimidate the orcs?
I would. Would.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll intimidation with advantage, please.
Oh, with advantage, you.
Just because Cujo.
Oh yeah.
That's great. We still have Cujo somewhere.
Yeah, he's inside Nargle's coat somewhere.
How many animals do you just hoard in that fucking coat?
Don't worry about it.
Got a pseudo dragon and a dog in there.
Oh, right.
It's a very
It's
plot
22.
convenient coat. It's just a plot convenient coat.
Then raise your great axe threateningly at the orcs. Cujo pokes his head out of your coat and goes. "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr." The orcs turn towards you, and one by one they drop their weapons. One of the orcs steps forward and says, "Please, we forced to work here by giants. We not mean any harm."
Oh, whoops. Well, shit. Now I just feel bad. Well, that explains the look of betrayal. Shit, you could have mentioned that. Damn it, they could have mentioned that earlier.
The other orcs nods and he says, "We are used as foot soldiers by Zolto. We just want to return to tribe."
Oh man, I killed a guy for no reason.
They were still attacking you.
Yeah, but
Fuck those orcs.
If you fight for us, I guarantee you're free.
okay.
The orc looks over at the dead fire giant and at the fallen orc. And then he nods. He says, "Okay, we join you. Let us bring down Zolto!" And he raises his weapon in triumph. The three surviving orcs are now fighting on your side.
Well, this actually makes things more convenient for
Oh yeah.
against that makes my own.
Touch the bodies!
Yes, you'd like to search.
Oh, search the giant. I don't think
Yeah,
you're
search
gonna
the
have
dead.
anything.
Dead.
Oh yeah, search the.
God damn it.
Okay, the
Oh,
giant is
goddamn it.
holding. The giant is holding a giant's bag. However, his weapons and armor appear to be nothing special. Let us roll the giant's bag.
I wasn't goddamming you, Kitty. I was still kind of bummed about the whole actually being.
Okay, somebody roll a D100, please.
I will!
I was gonna say who's feeling unlucky, but clearly Kitty does.
$47. Okay, you withdraw from the giant's bag casket of wine. However, you are disappointed when you examine it closer and find it to be empty.
Oh,
Oh,
Roll another D100.
go kitty, go.
someone
Damn it.
else want to roll it?
I'll have a go.
I can't currently reach my dice. I've got a dog on my lap.
There's a
40.
40.
Okay. Reach inside the bag and you end up, after a concerted effort, pulling out a 3-foot-tall stone idol depicting Surtur, the giant god of the forge. The craftsmanship is exquisite, and this will probably be worth a fair bit of money to a collector of artworks and trinkets.
Alright, into the bag of holding it
Yeah,
goes.
into the
Okay,
bag.
it's not my particular god of the forge, but I accept.
May roll one more 1D100.
You want to
Alright.
go,
Yeah,
Nuggle?
I'll
Nuggles.
I'll get this one.
So we've got an empty bowl of wine,
Okay.
a random statue.
What?
Come on, lucky dice.
Alright, come on, let's see what you get. These.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn it.
Again.
that's close.
Oi, groovy. 4. Groovy back. Why you go away, groovy? That's not very nice of you.
He does as he pleases. What do we get with a 4?
Okay, let's see. A 4 will be. You reach the bag and you pull out a dented metal helmet that's presumably being used as a bowl based on the hardened, dried bits of old food inside of it.
Aw.
Fun.
There is one more item in the giant's bag, and you don't have to roll for this one. You notice lying at the very bottom of the bag a 2-foot-long iron key.
Oh.
Huh.
Nah.
You don't know what it fits, but I'm sure a lock like that is going to be hard to miss.
Is the helmet important? Is the helmet good for anything, or is it literally just
No.
a random-ass helmet?
It's just a jumping helmet that the giant was using as a bowl.
Drop it on a giant's head.
You could.
Is that room down south hidden, or is it? Can we
No,
see
you
the door?
can see it. You can head right there. Would you like to head in?
Might as well.
And also, first
Can
question.
I do a perception check to see if there's any, if I hear anything behind it?
Go ahead.
I give him advantage on that.
Yes.
Because I don't
I
trust
think
anything
that's
in
it
here.
anyway.
Yeah,
That's a 24.
You hear no movement behind the door. The only sound you can hear is the chain carrying now empty buckets towards the forge, as no one is here to fill them with ore anymore.
Oh shit, they're gonna know.
I was gonna say, while you guys are checking the room, I'm gonna start shoveling some more ore in just to keep up the appearance that nothing's gone wrong.
So you could ask the orcs to do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. Still alive. Yeah, just kind of go. Just kind of point them for the one. Just say, just for the meantime, just keep shoveling so they don't think anything's gone wrong.
They nod, grab their hooked poles, and begin tipping the buckets and placing ore into them. Keep up the facade that everything is fine. Then the rest of you enter the room to the south.
That's clever.
This room contains a stone table, a barrel of stinking, polluted water with iron pokers sticking out of it, an iron crate filled with manacles, and 2 racks of coal.
Breaking up a
Yeah,
bit.
Dale, you're breaking up.
Oh, yep, okay. The room contains a basalt table, a barrel of polluted water with iron pokers sticking out of it, an iron crate filled with manacles, and 2 racks of hooked poles.
Yeah, Dale,
You're still breaking up.
Yeah.
Damn it. Hang on, I'll put the sensitivity.
I was gonna say, I heard that there was
manacles. That's where.
Yeah, I heard there was manacle.
Heard up the
manacles,
manacles
barrel full of
and
Yeah,
2
iron
shells.
pokers.
So, stone table, barrel of polluted water with iron pokers sticking out of it, an iron crate filled with manacles, and 2 racks of hooked poles. Hanging on the south
Yeah,
wall.
yeah,
It's still
still
breaking
doing
up.
it. I don't know what's going on.
When you say
God.
2 racks and then you cut out.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Hang on. I'll see something I can do. I'm gonna switch my.
Ladies and gentlemen, Australian internet.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was doing so well.
For more Victorian internet. That's an Australian.
Yeah.
Oh, for up there it is.
Okay.
I watch
It is.
And an iron crate filled with manacles and 2 racks of hooked poles.
Hooked pole.
Hanging on
Balls.
Yes. Hanging on the south wall is a set of rusty manacles. It appears prisoners who misbehave were hung up and tortured here. The only other thing of note in the room is a large wooden chest wedged behind the stone table. there are a couple piles of refuse and ore impurities lying in front of it. Almost as if they were using the chest as a way to dispose of these things.
This is a goddamn mimic.
I want to take one. Why am I?
Yeah. So, someone's making us.
Not anymore.
Alright, I want to take one of the pairs of man. The iron bar.
Sure. Make a stealth check, please.
It's a mimic.
Yeah, I was about to say someone cast detect object.
Just a minute. I want to use my mage hand.
Good idea. Send out your mage hand and lift a set of manacles out of the crate and bring it over to you. As the manacles jingle in the air, Angus, you think you see the chest shake.
Yeah, that's a bloody mimic to me. There's it.
Able to.
I would.
Can I put the Okay, two things I'm thinking. The idol, we bring it out, ask if there's a mimic, if the chest is a mimic. If it is, put it in my bag of holding with my slimes or gelatinous cube.
I was gonna say, would the mimic possibly have something in it other than just refuse metal?
Yeah, I was just about to ask, is there any benefit to feeding it?
If this is a mimic, it appears that it has been placed here presumably to just eat refuse.
So it's basically worthless to us.
Yeah.
Is there any reason to do anything with it other than just have to leave it here?
Creature cannon.
What if we just take a note of it and come back to it later?
Good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, Dale, second question. In this area we're in, that big circle, is that something I could walk through?
Yes, that is the, actually, you head over to it and you see that this is the mechanical elevator shaft. And it's currently a big circular hole as the elevator is stuck at the bottom level and it's unable to go any higher, thanks to Bartleby's able.
Right.
Okay,
well,
here is my plan. If I get a good opportunity, launch my 2 gelatinous cubes down into the bottom level.
May do that.
Damage.
Not really. I feel like considering the level.
But they're still acid gelatinous cubes.
Yes, but I feel like the level difference. Like we fought those things when we were like level 5. If we throw them at Zolto, who I believe, what was Zolto's challenge rating? Like
18.
18. I feel like he's going to take one look at them and stomp them without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, he would still take acid damage though. It's better than nothing.
Wish to go and alert him?
It would take a little bit.
Well, he'd still be wondering where.
He will take some damage, but he will. Well, he would think that they came from upstairs, so he'd probably immediately come upstairs.
We can set an ambush.
You could set an ambush for him. Would you like to do that?
But no, he'd come up the stairs and he'd have to make his way all the way around.
Yes.
Which really wouldn't work for us.
Well, actually, here's the thing. He has no way of getting to the room where you are. Because there is no stairs. The only way of accessing it is the elevator, which isn't working. So he physically has no way of getting here.
Thank you.
Have those orcs and that giant been working non-stop since we destroyed the elevator yesterday?
Oh god, they've been trapped there.
Yes.
Oh god, we trapped those poor bastards in this room.
And then you killed one.
Okay.
Hey, that was they attacked first.
That was an evil cackle, Remy.
I know.
Alright.
You don't do that.
Alright.
Sorry.
Okay. Can you move the map back down and to the left? Where that spinning wheel was?
Yep.
We could hitch a ride onto the thingies, drop in and free those all, kill that giant.
Giants. There's like 4 of them over there.
No, to the south.
Yeah, there's one here, but there's some in the gantry. You'd have to be careful not to make a loud enough noise that would alert anyone in the nearby room.
The second we start fighting that one giant, it's going to alert everyone else.
Well,
Alternatively, you could head up to the northern room. There's a staircase leading down.
Are you still going to do the create water plan?
Well, that's what we're discussing.
Okay.
What exactly would that do?
Give us cover.
Give us cover, do damage. Because it's hot water hitting molten lava.
It would create an explosion and enough of a disturbance that presumably someone would go to investigate and everyone would kind of congregate in that part of the dungeon.
I'm still okay. I'm still okay with that part of the plan.
If we cause an explosion in the other room, would that stop the ogres and the giants being able to hear if we jump out at the gear room? And
they would not be able to hear it. They'd be too busy dealing with the disturbance in the foundry room.
Yeah.
So we could do that.
It's a solid plan.
You're up.
Wait, do we want to take a long rest in?
That's an idea. As long as the orcs continue filling the buckets with ore.
I take.
Because even though no one can get to this room, if the buckets stop being filled, they will probably know something's going on.
Yeah.
And nothing really bad's going to happen in the take a long rest.
No, you could take a long rest.
Well, let's do that first then.
Would
Alright.
everything move though?
I didn't hear the question. What's that?
Well, you assume that the places where the enemies have been observed is like their standard post. So they will go to bed and then wake up and then go back to their standard posts.
Okay.
However, if you take a long rest, keep in mind that it is likely that the orcs and the fire giant from this room, their absence might be noticed, and that might get the people downstairs to get started on fixing the elevator.
Yeah.
We only have a start on.
Yeah, it's unlikely that they would fix it over the one night, but either way, they will still know that something's gone wrong.
Yeah, so maybe just a rest. Golly, I barely use the spells personally. How's everyone else looking at the moment?
40.
Yeah, I've got full health and full spells, so...
Maybe proceed to the next room, defeat everyone in there, and then maybe rest in the wheel room in the overseer's little office.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
I mean,
good to me.
I was going to say, does anyone need, like, dire need of healing at the moment?
I'm just above.
How's everyone else? I know I'm about at 85, so about 3/4. How is it? Is anyone else taking damage?
No, I'm still at full because I got Bluebeard to take the damage.
Yeah.
What's Dan's health?
Yeah, a Nargle.
Sorry.
Dan's still at 22. Wait, no, he's at 28 because he didn't spend any of his hit die while you were resting.
Huh.
Also, something we haven't discussed, as soon as the water hits the lava and after the explosion, they're gonna know that something's wrong in this room anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yes. It's just basically, if you want to do the water thing, if you rest here, you probably won't get a chance to do the water thing because overnight they will realize that something's wrong.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe just do a short rest instead of a long rest. Like anyone who needs to rest up can, while the rest of us can kind of like keep going to make sure they don't notice anything. Or basically just drink a potion and see how that works. I don't know. Because at the moment we only really have 2 people that are like in dire need.
Yeah, I'll just cast Cure Wounds myself.
All right. Dan Cooper will cast Cure Wounds on himself.
That's 2 d8s, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
Dan Cooper does have Cure Wounds. He's going to cast it at All right, Dan Cooper, would you like to heal yourself, Dan Cooper? If so, you spend one of your second level spell slots, and you regain 2d8 plus your charisma modifier. Health. I'll just work out how much Dan Cooper gets back. So he's down a slot. Down a second level slot. He's down 2 first level slots, 1 second level slot. His charisma is 5, so it's 2d8 plus 5 that he's going to gain. 2d8 plus 5. 15 health. There you go, Dan. So you are currently up at 42. Nice. 42. Nice.
Right, so if we do the water thing, would if the orc stopped shoveling the coal, would it still have enough rotation to get to the other end?
Yes, because the wheel is what is turning. The wheel's what's up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it would still keep going.
Yeah, let's take the orcs with us.
Sure. All right.
Right. Use those orcs to convince the other orcs to fight with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we mostly just need to take out that fire giant that's overseeing the orcs in that wheel room.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do.
We've got time for this one last encounter for the session, so that'll probably mean that we got through the upper level today, so that's fine. Right, so Angus, are you going to cast Create Water?
Yeah, I can do that. Oh, how many times am I gonna have to cast it?
Well, you could cast it once per bucket, or you could cast it once, and then Bartleby could enlarge the water.
Oh yeah, that actually makes sense.
I'm quite happy to do that.
Yep, that works. Go team.
Go team. Combine magic effect.
I was gonna say go team chaos because that's basically what we're doing here.
So you get
and
yes,
team creative arson.
Team sabotage.
You get the orcs to use their hooked poles to tilt back the buckets, and then Angus raises his hands and creates inside of a water skin a small amount of water. Bartleby then levitates in the air, takes the water skin and enlarges it, and then fills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buckets with water. And then you send the buckets on their way. And Bartleby drops down in one of the empty buckets to ride to the next room. I would like...
be far enough.
Yes.
That makes sense.
We're pretty much gonna drop off.
Well, yeah, we need to get in far enough back that we can jump out in the gear room as the water's.
Yeah.
I would like everyone else to please make acrobatics checks Angus gets his with advantage,
And
Milo gets to make an animal handling check.
okay, I got an unnatural 20.
16. I got
That's
16.
fine.
Was that
I'm really glad you
that
gave
was
me
athletics,
advantage
wasn't it?
Acrobatics.
That is a 13.
That's enough.
Stop.
So I'm really glad you gave that to me with advantage because I rolled a 17 and a 1.
Just the same, you manage to climb into the buckets as they move overhead. Help the orcs into a bucket with you, and then you ride the bucket along the bucket chain. Milo, I'd like you to make a perception check with disadvantage,
Fuck,
please.
he's gonna see so.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
It's gonna
wait,
get
who's in the bucket?
interesting.
Wait, before we go, who's in the bucket with anyone else? Or is it just him and Bluebeard?
It's just him and Bluebeard in that
Shit.
bucket.
I was gonna say, could we get someone to like put his head down? Because if he notices this, he's gonna fuck everything up.
Well, I'll
Roll
check and see in a minute.
Perception.
Yep.
I rolled a 9.
Oh, thank God.
That's okay. You tried to poke your head out of the bucket, and then you saw movement up ahead and quickly ducked down, and didn't get a good look at the level below.
The other dice was a 19. So.
Oh. Oh no. We've been like that whole. So if you'd seen him, it would have been like that whole scene of like Kill Bill, where just everything goes red, and you just have the music going in the background. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, thank God.
Then you drop down out of your buckets into the slave wheel room. 3 orcs are standing guard as a chain gang of 10 miscellaneous humanoids turns the wheel. At the far end of the room, a lone fire giant sits in his office, lazily examining the goings-on.
Boy, is he gonna be surprised.
I was going to say, 'cause it's going to be all of us just against him, since the humanoids are just working the wheel.
Yep. Yes.
Alright. Well, this ought to be fun.
Missy, stop it.
Maybe the
Alright
orcs
then,
can.
so
Brothers, they are here to save us.
Yeah, that's
Going to add the
Yep.
orcs to the. I'm going to add the orcs, and this will be the last encounter
I
for
do
today.
I mean, we've made a bit of progress today, you know, sabotage.
we
Yeah,
could
you've
have gone a lot
actually
further.
We have properly, yeah, well, we definitely could have gotten a lot further.
Well, you did you've completed mainly the most of the upper level.
Which I suppose for us is a solid effort, considering the size of the...
Okay. Right, we'll use the same initiative order as before.
Ah, dang, wait, we went...
Huzzah!
No, yeah, that's fine.
All right, you can.
I don't know where I was.
I'm gonna load the battle music
Hooray!
Stop it.
for today's final encounter.
You
Yeah,
know.
you've made a fair bit of progress. This dungeon usually takes 3 to 4 sessions for most groups, so.
Wait, is that including the first session and then the last session as well?
Well, I suppose the Yak folk. Yeah, so this is your second session of this dungeon.
Yeah, so we're on track.
Stop it. Come on.
It's basically just bum rush the fire giant the second the explosions go off.
You wait in the buckets until you hear ahead of you in the foundry room a terrible explosion. If you could see Bartleby in his bucket, you could tell his eyes would be twinkling with glee.
I'm
And then
pretty
you
sure I'm in the
hear-
bucket with him, but yeah.
Then you hear voices shouting and footsteps from the level below as mist begins to billow out under the door leading to the foundry room. You take this opportunity to leap out of the buckets and straight into combat with the enemies. Nargle, you're up.
Well, I guess. Ian.
Probably try maybe.
I guess we still need to convince the other orcs. So first action, intimidate the orcs and well,
Yeah,
demand them.
basically. Give them the same spiel.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Make
the
a
same spiel as before.
make a normal intimidate check, please.
I was gonna say, wouldn't the other orcs be able to help back up with this one since they?
Yep. But he's getting a disadvantage and advantage, so.
Ah, okay.
Missy.
Well, best of luck.
Good.
Yeah.
$24.
Jeez.
24. Okay. You manage to you gesture towards the other orcs and raise your weapons. Orcs look at you and at the humanoids pulling the wheel, and then one of them raises his weapons and he says, "Freedom!" The 3 orcs have joined your side.
Have I got enough movement speed to run to Fire Giant?
No. Be able to run far enough to get a javelin hit off at him, but that's it.
I'll guess yeah, do a javelin, then do acid spray or acid breath.
Alright. Yep. Alright, you rush to the front of the wheel. Roll to hit with your javelin.
That's a miss.
Fortunately. Okay, make your acid breath attack.
Well, don't you have to roll for Fire Giant? To see.
Oh yeah, but you still, I know, but you still roll your, let's see. And he has passed, but still roll your damage, he still takes half.
Hey, Missy. Don't.
40.
Stop it.
18.
18, okay.
Would the acid breath still count as in my mortal?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't work on that kind of attack. So yeah, 18 damage is fine though. Okay, Reaver, you're up.
I'm gonna get close enough to shoot a bow.
Alright. You're gonna leap up on top of the wheel to
very
get a
nice.
good vantage point. Make an acrobatics check. Make an acrobatics check, please.
14 plus 8.
Fantastic. Climb up onto the middle of the slave wheel. Is your bow and fire at the fire giant. Roll to hit. And unfortunately, that's a miss. Roll your stealth to stay hidden. Alright, you managed to stay. You managed to stay hidden. Okay, Bartleby, your turn.
Yeah.
You're in the same square as Nargle. You're back on his shoulder.
Ooh, I like the pipe organ in this.
Yep. What would Bartleby like to do?
Where's Bartleby at?
Maybe he went to feed his cats. Give him a moment.
Okay.
Ah, Bartleby, your turn. I will assume he's going to try to... No, he wouldn't try to firebolt the fire giant.
No, that ain't gonna work.
Don't have his spell list on hand. Wait for him to hear what he wants to do.
Could somebody else go next while we wait for him
Yeah.
to come back?
I will make the enemy, after Bartleby, it's the enemy's turn. Okay. Alright. The one orc who didn't turn gives a one orc who didn't turn roars a battle cry, giving advantage to all the other enemy combatants.
God damn it.
Meanwhile, the fire giant...
Oh my
Fire
god.
giant-
Okay, 1 second. Guess who is now in
Yep.
chat? Bluebeard.
Wonderful.
Hello, Bluebeard.
The fire giant reaches for a lever to the left of his desk, and he pulls it. You hear the creaking of metal as the hellhounds begin running out of their cage.
I
One
get
of
an
them rushes
attack of
only when they leave your sight. So you do get an attack of opportunity on this one that ran towards Angus, so go ahead. Just normal attack. It's just a normal attack.
I thought I turned all the orcs as well.
Nope.
Oh, I described it incorrectly. You only turned 2 of them.
You got 2 out of 3.
Yeah. 18. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
Do I do a regular?
Regular
It's
bow
just a
attack.
regular. Yeah, but it's not. You don't get a sneak attack for this. Just do your regular.
And
Yes.
Yes.
that's
Yep.
what's the
8d6.
8. Yep.
31
won.
poison damage. Have to do.
No. Right. It bites at Angus with both of its actions with advantage.
Oh, yay. Been a while since we fought Hellhounds.
Yeah. I don't want to think about the last time.
The last time we fought this fucking thing. Oh,
Alright,
It
back
hits
guy.
you one. It hit. Yep. It's going to be your turn in a sec. It hits you 1 time,
yeah.
and you take 3 plus 2d6.
Yeah, I literally just remember the last time we fought Hellhounds. All manner of bad memories.
Okay, you take 6 points of piercing damage, and then take 12 points of fire damage.
Wait, is that halved?
Oh wait, 6 then.
So that's 12 all up.
12 all up. Okay, the next hellhound comes running out, and he runs up to Nargle,
Bitch.
and he uses his actions to try to bite Nargle with advantage, and he hits 1 time. Nargle, you take 6 points of piercing damage and points of fire damage.
Is that with the
You have fire
resistance?
Do you have fire resistance? Okay, so 4.
Okay, so what was all up?
All up, you took 10 points of damage. The third hellhound comes running out, and he runs past Nargle. You get an attack of opportunity.
Kick the puppy!
That is a... Well, it's way over 20.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
$25.
25. Good hit. Runs past you after you graze him with your weapon, and then he roars, spilling fire breath at everyone in front of him. So that's 5 orcs plus Milo and Dan Cooper.
Yeesh.
Roll. Even though you're flying, you're still
Okay.
within the cone.
Yep, okay.
You must make a dex save.
Unfortunately, that was a 10.
Oh, bugger.
Ooh.
Oh, now
Okay, two of-
everyone from the Call of Cthulhu cast is in chat.
Oh, hey, folks.
Is Museldorf there?
Yep. I do
Lovely.
wonder if Bluebeard is somehow the ancestor to the Pengian moose.
Oh, son of a bitch. Not everything is the answer to the moose, you stupid bastard.
How does Museldorf's player feel about that? Since
I feel that the Pangian. Well, I mean, Pangean Moose is probably a cross-dimensional being, so it's entirely possible that he
It
may
could be here in
be in some way
D&D.
related
Oh
to
god. We have a
Okay,
ring of
the
war.
fire breath. Okay, roll. Okay, so Dan Cooper takes 12. Milo and Bluebeard each take 24 points of fire damage.
Eep.
And all 5 of the orcs take 24 points of fire damage.
Oh dear. Oh dearie me.
The 4th Hellhound rushes out and runs up to Angus.
Oh, alright, let's
I
go
get to
Poochie.
shoot that one.
So you do get to shoot at it.
Please do.
What do you need to roll for intimidation again?
Charisma. Ooh, that's a 20. That's a hit. Roll for damage.
What if it was a wyvern yelling at hellhounds? Would that still be charisma?
Yeah, that's probably. Yes,
Or-
but you use your charisma. You use the physical stats of your mount and the mental stats of you.
Oh, okay.
That was 13.
Good. Okay, and that hellhound
Oh,
dies.
thank you.
Huzzah!
Strike an
Thank you
arrow
very much.
right into its neck. It yelps and flips over.
Good boy.
Okay. Just the fire. Okay, the 2
And
converted
the other one of
orcs.
them.
No, because he didn't.
No, he rolls
That's
the
good.
health, so they're all different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a health for each one before the session. Okay, the two converted orcs strike at the hellhound. One of them hits.
Meow.
4 points of damage to it. Okay,
Good try.
the other
get this-
3 orcs each hurl spears at the hellhound.
Come on, hit them better than you hit me.
I was gonna say that fire giant's.
There you go.
One of them hits,
Fire
2 of them
giant's
hit,
pretty sure right now.
and deal 15 points of damage to the hellhound.
Hey.
Fire giant roars. He picks up his desk and
Oh.
hurls it towards Reva.
Jesus.
Whoa.
Can't see me.
And you broke your stealth with the attacks of opportunity, and because it's not your turn, you didn't have a chance to stealth again.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
dodge?
dodge
There you
it.
go. I was gonna say, you're
Right.
sitting up there having a good time.
You can dodge it. Go ahead. Make
Stones.
your deck save.
Alright,
Make your
dumb
deck
question.
save.
I need to ask a dumb question. What's the desk
Yep.
made out of?
Mahogany.
Stone.
Aww.
Not.
It's not made out of mahogany. Fire giant.
Worst campaign ever.
Okay.
Stone probably hit harder.
That is a successful dodge. We will see how much damage you take.
Holy shit!
Uh,
Bam.
Fire giant. Okay. Rock is 4d10 plus 7. So
Fuck. Hate rock. Stupid stuff.
okay, you
I'm gonna
take
resist
16
all
points of
damage.
you take 16 points of damage, Reva, because when you dodge, you take half.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, 16's better than 31. Come on.
But let's face
Okay.
it, throw a desk at you, you should be glad you got out of that with barely a scratch.
It is Bartleby's turn.
Ah,
All right.
You're in the same square as Nargle.
I will cast levitate on one of the on the hellhound that's closest to that orc there,
Yep.
and levitate him 30 feet into the air.
Well, the hellhound begins whimpering and flailing its legs as you lift it into the air. Okay, it's Dan Cooper's turn.
It can make a Constitution saving throw to try and get out of it, though.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, but if it gets out of it, we already know exactly.
And what's the DC?
16.
16. Okay, it passes. And immediately begins whimpering even louder as it falls through the air onto the floor. And you hear a sickening crack as it splats on the floor.
Puppy.
Bartleby just laughs maniacally.
Jesus, man.
Okay, Dan Cooper's turn.
Well, that just happened.
Let's see what does Dan Cooper want to do.
Hey.
Oh.
Probably going to be your last turn of the session. So what would you like to do?
Oh, what am I doing? I finally got internet.
Do we have 2 hellhounds, an orc, and a fire giant to deal with? You were at the back of the room with Milo.
Are people trying to escape the room? What's the general atmosphere
Trying
here?
to
Kill everything.
In this room has to die.
Yeah, trying to kill everything in the room, so no one gets out to alert Zolto.
Alright, is anyone running away from the room?
No.
Like,
No.
that we get
No.
ordered?
No,
Alright,
no,
everyone's gonna
fighting
go
to death.
Alright, let me quickly just check my stat sheet. Okay.
Shoot the
It's probably
hellhound
just-
that's encountered with.
Could do that, but then you've got another hellhound that's going to come straight after me at me afterwards.
No, there's only 2 left, and I've got the other one.
Groups of orcs in front of you that are on your side, so you should be okay.
Oh, so we're just
The
attacking
blue,
the hellhound.
the blue orcs are us. Oh no.
Yeah, blue orcs are your friends.
Okay, blue orcs are our friends, and okay. Shit, there's so much good stuff we can do. Just to fuck with them.
Just
crack
shoot the
something.
hell.
Don't
Just
need to-
shoot the hellhound so I can wail on the giant.
Oh yeah, sure. Just I'll hit him with a anything actually. Just kill it.
Alright, go ahead. What are you gonna do with it? Just shoot it with your bow.
Pretty much.
Alright, roll your... Let's see. Roll your to hit roll, please. Ooh, that's a hit. Go ahead, roll for damage. Let's have a look. Did Dan Cooper get a kill? Dan Cooper got a kill!
Girl!
Arrow slams into the hellhound and it yelps as it falls to the ground. Okay, Angus, your turn.
Alright, done question. Oh, sorry.
Was I before? No, was I?
Oh yeah, Milo, yeah, you're up. Go ahead.
Go,
Dan.
kill and fly. I was gonna say there's a perfectly lit fire giant with your name on it.
Yeah, I am going to fly Bluebeard to within
Over
10
to-
feet of the giant,
Yep.
and I'm going to use my first attack. I'm actually going to get Bluebeard to use a multi-attack.
Alright,
No.
go ahead.
First off, first with the bite, which is a nat 20.
Jesus!
Ooh,
That
go
dragon's
ahead.
pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna kill all that land.
D6.
Yar, I'll kill all ya, you big fat landlubber.
Bite is actually 2d6. That's why I had the 2d6s.
2d6 to double it.
So that's 2d6 plus 4. So that's
Kill all the
28 damage
Ooh,
Nice.
good
with the
hit.
bite.
Yep.
And then the sting, come on. Is over 20.
We'll kill all ya, shouts.
Which is
Bluebeard.
7d6 again.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
That's a hit. Go ahead.
This is just mean.
Can I use Bluebeard's multi-attack again for my second attack?
Yes, you can.
Oh, fuck yes. I'm doing that again.
Yeah, it's just fucking maul him with a goddamn whipping.
And I can't make this up. That was another natural 20.
Oh,
Okay, go ahead. Double the bite.
You watch, we're gonna finally get to Zolto and everyone's just gonna roll absolute trash.
So that's
Jesus, what the fuck does Bluebeard have against this one particular fire giant? You,
that's 24 damage.
oh my
Ouch.
god.
And then that's over 20 again for the sting.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll for damage.
This is just mean.
$24.
Ooh, good
I have
hit.
no idea how much damage I just did then.
Yeah, so basically, Bluebeard shouts, "We'll kill all you!" And he swoops down and he plunges in his stinger and bites furiously before overwhelming the giant before he has a chance to react. Okay, Angus, your turn.
Okay, now my memory on Hellhounds is rusty, but how are they against radiant damage?
Let me quickly check. Hellhound. Indeed, Hellhounds have a weakness to radiant damage.
Well, isn't that just a shame? Well, in that case, I will happily throw out just a regular guiding bolt at it.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, so that's a +6 in it. Yep. That's 20 not nat.
That's a hit. Roll your damage.
Alright, so that's 46 then. Takes double from radiant, yes?
Yes.
Oh, this is going to hurt. 10, 21 times 2. Oh, look at that. Meaning of life. 42 points of damage. Basically, just put my hand.
The Hellhound's pain
goes
yelp.
Down, boy. Yeah, just put my hand down on top of its head and just goes down, boy.
The Hellhound's pained yelp fills the room as he is incinerated by a flash of light. Okay, Nargle, you're up.
I feel like this orc needs to surrender soon because this is only going to get worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw down my axe.
No, maybe don't throw down the axe because we still have the fire giant.
Well, put away my axe and that's what.
Yeah, but without putting down the axe.
Alright. Gonna grapple the orc. Okay.
Grapple and can I use my unarmored
roll to hit him?
Unarmed back to like.
Yeah, you roll to hit first though.
The 1.
Wow.
Yeah. You rush up. You rush over and you headbutt in his direction, but you trip over one of the spokes of the slave wheel. Roll a 1d100, please.
Oh, God damn it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably really should have just hit him with the axe.
It would have still been a nat 1.
True. But
yeah, you would have.
It also wouldn't have taken as at this point.
Okay, you fall prone and lose your turn.
Huzzah!
Okay, Reaver, you're up. Alright, go ahead, roll to hit.
And you just came out of naughty jail.
Grail.
That is for an orc. Let me see if that's a hit for the orc. Orky, what do you got? That is a miss. Your arrow glances off his armor.
And then
roll
I hide.
Stealth to hide. Yep, roll stealth. You're hidden once again.
I want to move away from there.
Would you like? All right, so just move over here.
Yeah.
All right, Bartleby's turn.
Okay, I would like to. So there's what, one remaining orc?
One remaining orc and the fire giant.
And the fire giant, and that's the one that's sort of in the corner there.
Yes.
All right. I would like to cast. So I'm just going to my spellbook quickly. I'd like to cast Phantasmal Killer. It's going to be a Wisdom 16 saving throw for it.
For the giant.
Yes.
Phantasmal Killer. He has failed.
Oh, that
So
sounds like fun.
he basically can't do anything as he's being assaulted by, I'll say, the image of his worst enemy, and he takes 4d10 damage around that he failed.
You see a second illusionary Bluebeard appear and begin attacking the giant, and he screams in shock and panic.
Mother, what are you doing here? Mother, no!
Don't nail me to the wall, Mom.
Right, so 4d10 psychic damage. 25.
25.
Ooh, nice. Okay, it's the enemy's turn. Okay. First of all, the orc bellows out a battle cry, giving the fire giant advantage on his attacks.
Dude, read the room. All of your comrades are either turned or dead. Why are you still doing this? Jesus.
It
Okay.
wasn't so much an offensive war cry at this moment. It was more of a I'm fucked war cry.
Swings his great sword. He swings his great sword at Milo.
I'm sure it was hilarious, but my thing cut out at the exact moment, so...
He swings his great sword at Bluebeard, hovering right in front of him.
Uh-oh.
Advantage. And he hits Bluebeard.
No!
Would you like Bluebeard to take it, or would you like to take it?
Bluebeard still has over 60 health, so
All right.
I'll let
We may need
Bluebeard
to heal-
take
We
it.
may need to heal him before...
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that we do eventually get a long rest.
He can feast on the carcass of the giant.
Bluebeard takes 29 points of damage.
Ooh.
Then with his second attack, picks up the little stone filing cabinet near where his desk used to be, and he hurls it at Nargle and Bartleby.
I'm getting the sense this man does not care for his job. That's just no respect for his work.
And okay, so that's a 21 and that's a 22, so he hits both of you.
Oh crap.
Actually, I'd like to bump my AC up to 23.
23, okay. Just hits Nargle then, so that's...
Bitch.
He's just on his shoulder, just kind of looks at Nargle, shrugs his shoulder, snaps his fingers.
Bye.
Nargle, you are raging, however, so you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage instead of 38.
Oof.
Okay, and it's Dan Cooper's final turn.
Hey.
Oh, wait, but before Dan Cooper's turn, Phantasmal Killer fails his wisdom save again. Go ahead, Bartleby, roll your damage.
Get him. Everyone's having a go at this guy today.
That's 30 points
Ooh,
of damage.
Nice. You see him covered in blood and his armor torn up, and he clearly is on death's door. Hey, Dan Cooper, your turn.
God, Dan could technically get another kill here.
Good.
Oh,
Go
I'll
on,
just
go on,
take
go on.
use an arrow.
Would you like... Yep, alright. I'll get you to move closer in so you can get a vantage point. Okay. Roll to hit with your bow. And that's a... Let me see. That is unfortunately a miss. He bats your arrow away with his greatsword like a baseball bat. Okay, Milo.
I'm going to attack with my whips.
Go
he's
ahead.
going for that kill. He's going for that kill.
One of my whips got a 21, the other one got an 11.
Okay, first whip hits, second one does not.
That's 2d8. That is 16 damage.
16 damage, good hit. Make another attack.
One of them's a 24 and one of them's a 9.
Again, first hit, second does not.
That's a bit better. So that's 16 plus 4, so that's another 20 damage.
Another 20 damage.
I think that
A
giant
good
dead.
hit. He drops down to his knees and then grunts and stands back up, raising his sword.
Motherfucker!
Angus, your turn.
Someone else is gonna get the kill.
If I throw the hammer, can I hit him from where I am?
You have to move a bit closer.
But you could
but
hit
you'll
the
be able
orc.
to.
Yeah, you can hit the orc.
No, I feel like we killed the fire giant. The orc's not an issue anymore.
Oh
He'll
yeah.
probably just surrender.
Plus, you know,
Right.
it's a fire giant, and I haven't killed one today, so.
So Angus is running forward, climbing over the spokes on the wheel. Go, throw your hammer.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh, go ahead, roll your damage, double it.
Alright, let's see. 7, 1, 18. That's 40 points of damage.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so
Points
just
of damage, yep.
Lob the friggin' hammer into his friggin' head.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, just a nice straight up, you know, the Olympic style hammer throw? And just
Twirl
lob
your
that
arm like
right
a...
into his chest.
You spin your arm like a propeller, and then as you leap off the spoke of the wheel, you hurl the hammer. It sails through the air. The giant has just enough time to look up at it, and his mouth forms into an O of surprise before it lands on his head, striking him down to the floor. The hammer sails back. You reach up and grab it. Almost immediately, the lone orc in the room drops his weapons, puts up his hands and says, "Me give up! Me give up!"
In the shock, can I knock him off his feet with a tail whip? Get up, then just punch him in the face. Just
Yep, okay, roll to hit.
and that's a nat 20.
Okay,
I just wanted to punch him.
It's 32
Well, he's
points
pulped now.
of damage. It's 32 points of damage. You reach up and give him a punch right to the face. He falls to the ground, sprawled on his back, and immediately you hear him go, "Oh, what for?"
Where were you before, you stupid 20? God damn it.
Well, it's over now, it doesn't matter.
And that is the end
damn.
of combat.
Touch the body!
Okay. I'm going to get the end of session. I'm going to get some nice soothing music for the end of the session while you search the bodies. Let's get social calm music.
I was going to say, how's the damage in the other room, or are we going to find that out later?
Next session, that's going to be big. All you can hear at the moment is you can hear the hissing of steam from the other room, a couple of explosions, clanging of metal, and a din of voices shouting over one another so loudly that Milo and Bartleby can't understand a word that's being said. Clearly there is some commotion going on in the other room.
Well, they're not dead, but they're not happy, so
What
it's gotta be a
about
win.
the rooms we're in?
So first of all, after combat is over, the chain gang who are turning the wheel just stand up from where they were cowering and they walk over at you. And the person who appears to be in charge of the chain gang, an elderly looking half elf, wipes sweat from his brow and he says, "You've come to save us."
I'll unlock.
Right. Make a thieves' tools check, please.
Save you, kill giants, it's all good.
You unlock all of the members of the chain gang. They thank you in turn and sigh in relief. Half elf kneels down before you and he says, "And please grant me the privilege. By what name shall I know the heroes who have saved our lives?"
Well, they're known to most as the Fellowship of Steel. Or did you want individual names?
He smiles and he looks over his shoulder. There's a murmur goes through the line of them, and then a halfling woman at the back raises her hand and shouts, "The Fellowship!" This is echoed by the rest of the group until it turns into a chant. Fellowship! 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 You search the rooms and the giant's body. You find a giant's bag. Roll a 1d100.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, who wants this one?
Oh, I already got it.
97.
Well, I'll save that for
Okay.
the next.
The first item you find is a detached wagon wheel.
Why?
Okay.
Roll another d100.
That's 57.
57. Okay. You hear a loud bah, and you look inside the bag, and a live goat runs out and starts skidding around the room.
Can
I have
pat it?
many questions.
More friends.
Roll
I know.
another one. Yes. What is your question?
No, I meant that more on the wagon wheel a live goat. Also, we're not collecting any more animals. We have enough.
More friends.
We've just
Roll
put it in
another
the castle.
d100.
No, take care of the friends you already have, Nuggle.
Give it to the prisoners. And 62. And the last item you find in the bag is a 6-foot-long wooden fence post.
Why?
What was this guy into?
You don't want to know.
Who knows?
Carpentry, quite clearly.
Would Bartleby like to make an investigation check?
I
as
would
you
like
search
to make
the
an
office?
I would like to make an investigation check. In fact,
Yep.
Can I do it with an advantage for feathered
correct.
assistance?
Yes, for your hooting owl assisting you.
All right, that's still 10, but
Still 10.
actually
okay.
no, 11.
11, that's enough. In the back of the overseer's office, behind a couple barrels and crates, you find a wooden chest. This one exhibiting no signs of life.
Can I grab
There is a tiny padlock on it.
first?
The key.
No, tiny
Oh,
padlock.
no. Tiny padlock. This key will not fit. This chest was it looks like the type of chest that wouldn't belong to the giants. It looks like it was something that was taken from a prisoner, no doubt.
I wanna.
Just
I wanna.
you want to pick it,
No, I wanna use my mage hand and.
poke it.
You already established it's
Padlock.
not a mimic.
The padlock jingles, but nothing happens.
Gonna. Poke it again.
Poke
It's
it.
unlocked.
The padlock jingles again as your hand manipulates it, but the chest does
Can
not
I
move.
use my mage hand? My thieves. To unlock it?
This is the
Yes,
Call
you
of
can.
Cthulhu paranoia.
Because you have
It's like
Rain
Call of
Legerdemain
Cthulhu.
as an that is one of your arcane trickster abilities. You can use your mage hand to do a thieves' tools check.
Okay. Well, I'll try.
Oh.
9.
Can I break it
Okay.
open?
No, please don't break it.
Yes,
open.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
could just
break
try
it.
and bend.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. He'll bend the padlock a little. Would you like to try another thieves' tools check? With advantage this time.
M2's going, no, don't break it.
Oh, forgive me if I actually am curious as to what's inside. Feel
Well,
free to-
forgiven.
Much better. There's a click, and then you lift the chest open, and inside are miscellaneous items that have been looted from some of the prisoners that have worked in this facility.
Mhm.
Hey, first of all, there is inside. Roll a few times. Okay. Two bottles of potion, one containing a sort of white murky liquid, and the other containing a bright blue sparkling liquid.
Those are
And
us.
there is so 2 potions, and there is also a small little what looks like a little brass bell.
Detect magic. Identify everything.
Sounds good.
Well, Arcana check.
Hey, are we taking a long rest soon? Because I can use identify twice at the
Well,
moment.
I'll just Arcana
Just
check.
try Arcana checks. Alright, so you and
Yeah, let's
Bud will
do
be
it.
both do an Arcana check.
Alright.
I'll
Again, for the
Dan.
assistance.
Yes, go ahead.
Get
That's a
advantage.
pass from... No, that's
So
a pass
18
from
from me.
18. He passed his. How did Reva go?
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Plus
All
7
right.
on that.
And I will do it for do one for Dan Cooper. He also passes. Okay, so the first item, the potion of white murky liquid, is typing it in the chat. Potion of Hell Giant Strength.
Oh, Bubba.
You don't need it.
Yes, I do.
It says it changes it to 21. You'd be going
Yeah.
backwards.
When you drink this potion, your strength score changes to 21 for 1 hour.
I'll take
Who's
that.
gonna want that?
So
Yes.
what's your strength?
Mine's only 15.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
so you're gonna like this. The second
That's gonna make sure
potion,
it's a lot more fun.
potion, the one of blue sparkling liquid, is a potion of heroism. 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you're under the effect of the Bless spell. And the effect of the Bless spell is
1d6.
you gain an extra d4 on your attack rolls or saving throws. So whoever drinks this gets 10 temporary hit points and d4 added to their saving throws and attack rolls.
Actually, one of the
Final.
people.
Right here.
That
I
might be
was
Mock
thinking-
Nagle's thing.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
I was gonna say, of everyone else that does melee, Milo is the least HP, so that probably worked best for him.
The final item, the small brass bell, is a chime of opening.
Oh.
This hollow metal tube measures about 1 foot long and weighs 1 pound. You can strike it as an action, pointing it at an object within 120 feet of you that can be opened, such as a door, lid, or lock. The chime issues a clear tone, and one lock or latch on the object opens, unless the sound cannot reach the object. If no locks or latches remain, the object itself opens. The chime may be used 10 times. After the 10th time, it cracks and becomes useless.
I was gonna say, that sounds like something that's perfect for our resident.
Before anyone has a chance to do anything, the chime just floats up in the air and disappears.
Oh.
As Reva has snatched it away. Okay,
What's
and one last...
what's in the other room with?
He was
I was gonna do the income check, but what do you mean in the room where the hellhounds came from?
No, the one with the other cells.
That's for next week.
Okay.
Yes.
No, income is good. We like income.
Because next week you've got this room to the south, which appears to just be a slave pen. You have the room to the left where the disturbance is occurring, and you have the north, and then you have the lower level, and I'll just bring up the lower level so you can get a preview of it. Here is the lower level.
Right, hold on, let me bring that up. There we go.
Good lord.
Yeah. This is
Would
what
I
the
be
lower
right?
level is.
Would those bedrooms on the right be Zolto and
That's Zolto and his family's bedrooms, yes. On the lower level. The bedrooms on the upper level are just the quarters for the staff.
Makes sense.
Okay, so one last thing to do is the income for this session.
Somehow,
'cause I
in the
did
middle
plan
of
to
this
do it at the
goddamn
start, but I
dungeon,
forgot.
Somehow
Yeah.
in the middle of this goddamn dungeon, a random pigeon strapped with cash just floats in front of us.
Well, I think we were meant to vote before.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
meant to
but
do
this
it
is
at the
funnier.
start, but I didn't. But okay. So first of all, Who would like to roll for it? I suppose Angus, since it's his guild hall.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll roll
You get-
for mine because I've never rolled for the.
Yep. All right. Well, Angus,
I'll roll in
Angus
the,
will go. Angus will go first. You get a +5 because you fully upgraded the guild hall.
1d100, yes?
No, D20.
Oh,
D20.
D20.
Guild hall.
1d20 plus 5.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh, fuck me dead.
8. Well, let's have a
Oh,
look.
yeah, I'll do it in.
Wow, that was
Okay.
a
The
rough
business turns a minor profit. Each player
Ow.
earns 66. I will roll that.
month. Aw.
That's 240 gold for each of you.
Yeah, I won't say no to that, but still.
Milo may. It's been a rough week for the fellowship. You know, they've got a lot of new mouths to feed this week. And they haven't paid their. And the new members haven't paid their dues. 13 for the mine income. That is. Let me check. I have to scroll all the way up for that. That is also 66 because the mine gives out less income. 6. So that is an additional 310 gold for each of you.
There we go. So it's still over $500.
Yeah.
You are sitting there deciding what you're going to do next when you hear activity coming from the gantry outside and you brace yourselves ready for Duke Zolto to come marching in. But then a small grey pigeon swoops through the room, dropping 2 packages at your feet. One of them with the Rockseeker Brothers symbol, and the other with the Fellowship insignia. The pigeon looks at you, it cocks its head mischievously, and then flies back through the hole from whence it came.
How does that stupid thing keep finding us?
Okay, you can end the session with a short rest if you like.
Hooray!
Hey.
Well, everyone needs it.
Keep track of how much hit die you've spent, your HP coming out of this session, and how many spell slots you were down.
Yep.
And Cooper is going to play the Song of Rest.
12.
Son of Rest is +5, wasn't it?
Ew, no.
Yep. And it's +1. He rolled a 1.
So
There's 1 HP for each of you.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm back up to 51 out of 55 using 3 of my the last 3 of my hit dice. So.
Dan Cooper spends a hit dice, and he has gone up to 50. He's going to spend another one and go back up to 58. So that's 6 D8s he's got left. He's down 2 spell slots. He's down 3 spell slots. Everyone else, you've marked down how many spell slots you're down and your final HP.
Yep, I didn't use any. Oh, actually, I'll heal myself for 4 more hit points.
Excellent.
I'll use cure wounds. Oh my. Oof.
Okay. So, doing it at second level again.
Yep.
2d8 plus your wisdom modifier.
I'll cast cure.
Right.
That's
Okay,
right.
so that's going to be 2d8 plus your charisma modifier. $14, better than nothing. Okay, so I have Nargle is down 2 level 2 spell slots. Reaver is down 1 first level spell slot. Dan Cooper is down 3 first level spell slots and 1 second level spell slot. Bartleby, how many spell slots are you down?
I'm down a fourth, a first, and a second.
Okay, so 1, 4. I'm just writing them down. Angus, what spell slots are you down?
I've only used 2 level 1 spell slots.
Very well, so you're down 2 level 1. So yeah, your resource management for this dungeon is doing okay so far. You haven't wasted your spell slots, you're being economic. And so, you have a short rest. The disturbance going on in the next room will clearly last at least an hour. Last thing before we end the session, the slaves that you have rescued. What do you do? What do you do with them? Do you tell them to hide until the place is safe?
Yeah.
Can't get them.
Or do you tell them to continue turning the wheel?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say keep
Actually,
telling.
keep them going so they. I don't know. With the guys in the next room by now would probably think that something's gone wrong anyway.
Yeah, but it may just be they wouldn't really have a way of knowing that it happened because water got tipped in. They probably just thought something in the foundry malfunctioned.
Right.
So if the buckets are still coming as normal,
yeah, keep them working for now. Get the orcs to actually give them a hand to give the slaves a rest.
Yep. So you will leave the slaves to rest in the overseer's office. The 3 orcs from this room will turn the wheel, while the other 3 orcs make their way back, hanging across the chain to the room to keep putting ore back in the buckets to maintain the illusion that everything is working fine.
Get the orcs to help us out next week.
Yep. Okay. First of all, Reaver, I would like you to make a persuade check. Because the prisoners are quite distraught, and you have to persuade them to stay put until you return.
Hey, goat, if they do it.
This is basically the end, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to go, so.
Yeah.
Thanks for the session.
Right, see you, Remy.
Yeah.
That's okay. It was a good one, Remy. The half-elf smiles and he says, "Okay, Les, we'll rest up in our cells." And then he opens the door to the south, heading towards the slave pens, so that they may wait for the coast to be clear. And that ends this week's session.
Yay!
Our second session of Iron Slag. The first session of Iron Slag proper. Didn't get to fight the Duke this week, but you did catch sight of him.
Well, almost.
Cleared out 2.
Yep, cleared out 2 rooms. You just got the northern room left, basically. It'd be wise if you stayed out of the foundry, because that's where everyone's gonna be.
Yeah.
You can head up to the northern room and then head down the stairs to get downstairs. You will probably have a easy route into the dungeon.
So yeah, solid progress.
Thank you, everyone, for the session.
No problem. Well, hope everyone enjoyed that.
I enjoyed doing it. It's the first proper dungeon we've done in a while.
Alright. I'm gonna bow because I gotta go to Lucy's.
Alright, see you, Tom. See you tomorrow night, Tom. Say hi to her for me.
I'm just gonna get up.
Yep.
Alright, there you go, guys. There's half the top half dungeon prep. So yay! Thank you so much for joining in today, and thank you for the wonderful people who have followed me today. If you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe, stream, and don't forget to join me on the Discord if you want to stay up to date of whenever I'm streaming, or if you haven't hanged out. And also make sure you join in tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Yes, Eastern Australian time, for the second episode of the new Call of campaign. Should be a good one as always, because but thank you guys anyway, and I hope you have a great day, evening, or night, wherever you may be. I hope fun. So I will see you guys later, but until next time, bye.